there's something about pinball in my brain that I want to make a pinball machine. Um, I do not have the skill set for that at all, but something about it makes me go, hmm. Oh,
Dude, these days, pretty much all the resources you need to learn a thing are free.
it's
You can
true.
figure out how to do most things for free.
YouTube. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because I forgot what else it was. I saw
I need to embrace that more right now, honestly. There's nothing
like an
better than that.
arcade cabinet or something for sale on Facebook Marketplace, and they were wanting like $10,000 for it. And like, first of all, like the electronics on it didn't work, and I was like, you're selling a wood box for $10,000, but it's a collectible wooden box. And in my head, I was like, man, if I just had a big enough woodworking tools, I could just bust out arcade cabinets. And then,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what you need to. Well, honestly, enough artist people have like you team up with somebody who paints, and he's like, yeah, fucking go paint on it, go do something, do art. Hey, artist, go do art.
Yep.
Right? Do art right now. That's easier than being funny on the spot.
Yeah, point at it, do art.
That you know what, that is true, because I've at least like got an art project in my mind. If you don't tell me to do a specific medium of art and you just tell me go do art, I'm like, all right, cool, I got something.
Y'all, okay, I got it. I'll do a thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if you'll like it, but I'll do a thing. I got one.
Yeah. I was say, I got something queued up.
Are you
As someone who's
drawing?
been
Haven't you
drawing
not
it
drawn in
for
10 years? Yeah, it's gonna be bad. But here's an art.
as someone who's been drawing every single day for the past months that we've continued this year, no, I like having prompts personally.
Well, yeah, but like,
But
there's a
if you
difference
had
between
to-
having a prompt and being told exactly what
Hmm.
medium you need to perform art in. By which I mean, like, if somebody just goes, "Hey, do art," I go, "I can do any art." Cool. Versus, "Hey, I need you specifically to do a drawing." I'm not going to tell you what to draw, but I need you to do a drawing.
Yeah,
That's
I need
way
a
harder for me than if you just tell me do art.
I need
that could be
a,
like music or writing or
Yeah,
whatever
exactly.
else,
Because I have so
Paint
many
something.
options there.
yeah, for this arcade cabinet, I want a furry boys love, like high school themed, and one needs to be a wolf, and the other one needs to be an eagle.
Panda,
They
that,
didn't-
that
They
came
need to kind
way
of hate
too
each other,
fast.
but also like maybe love each other.
Themed oddly specific, but I know that was off the dome. I know that was off the dome.
Yeah.
Hmm. Why is that should oof, man? If you ever
Oof.
Oof,
Oof,
indeed.
you-
Oof.
if you ever get back to fucking Don't Sleep to this, you should
Oh,
see
yeah.
if you can find like commission requests for artists to read off and critique. Because we all know there's some
Yeah.
wild shit out there.
I know of one specifically of
No, don't
one
give
where-
up the bag. Don't give up the bag. This is free.
Well-
This is free.
it's internet fame, like things of like commission artists know of this person,
Oh,
and it's a dude who requests wealthy looking white woman buying bread, which sounds like okay.
If
You want me
that's
to
what
draw
you're
that? They're like, yeah.
into,
How much?
I guess.
And they're like $100, and he's like, deal. You're like, oh, wow, okay, he didn't haggle. Like,
some stuff is
like-
so oddly specific. You're like, this has to be a cake. I don't
yeah,
get it, but like,
and it's
has
It's gotta
to
be.
it's
yeah.
one of those things where like
It's a good
artists
time
will
for you to
talk
join
each other
tonight.
and
So.
we're like, oh, you had that guy too. Like they'll
It's a good time.
like he doesn't like commission multiples from one person. He'll like just spread them out. He gets like one from everybody. It's so weird.
You don't give
I
weirdos
guess,
money.
go off, man. Do what you gotta do.
Internet was a mistake. Anyway, hey Denozo, what's up? You joined at a great time. Yeah, we're here. We're about to put our faces on,
I got a
But,
face.
but not our feet, because
I mean,
They put
my
our
Never
nuts
put your
are
feet
out.
out on the internet for free.
I don't think
free.
I'm flexible
Hell
enough to
no.
put them out here.
hell,
I'll do it. I'll give you a taste.
not for free, Panda. It's the internet. Once they're out there, they're
Yeah.
out there.
Yeah. No. But then I get to be put on WikiFeed, and that's basically great. We're not getting put on WikiFeed.
Oh, buddy.
It's just not
We got to
gonna
be
happen.
more famous. Yeah.
But yeah. Faces,
I got those.
everyone.
I got one of those. I'm pretty sure.
All right,
Just one.
there they are.
Yeah, as far as I know,
There
just
they
one.
are. Unfortunately, these are our faces.
These
Yeah.
right here,
Just-
these things.
Just bear with us, though. Like the show is actually pretty good, so just hang in there. If you can deal with these, just for a
Yeah.
bit, you'll get used to them. You can even go audio only if you really need to. Haven't really tried the whole thing of knowing that people are only listening and aren't going to see our gesticulations.
Yeah,
Which,
that's true.
for those of you who are also dumb like us, that is not a dirty word. It just sounds like
As somebody
Wild.
who,
I can't say it, so
does a lot of like listening to things. By the way, like I know that sounds really weird, but I like have YouTube on, but I don't watch it. I'm doing something else. Like I feel like this wouldn't be too bad to do that too. Just have it on in the background, do whatever.
Yeah.
So.
But the difference is like, because if it's in the background over and something happens, you go, wait, what are they doing? Then you can at least go back and look to see what the hell they're indicating.
True.
But no, don't worry, Denote. We all struff equals giggle sometimes too, so you're good. No worries.
Yeah. What
Don't
he said.
worry. I was just reading what I see. I'm just reading what he typed. All right, so now that we're over the struff equals giggle, let's let's try to get into this a little bit to a different kind of struggle. I'm not gonna keep that bit going. I'll fuck it up at some point. So,
Fair.
get to another kind of struggle. This one, man versus nature. And by man, I mean human. And by human, I mean mostly demi.
Human.
2.5 demi, I think, is your group.
Okay, well, but does
The rest-
Lamia count as half because she's a revenant, and Sam counts as half because he's a Veti? So I'm the only full one here. It's really just 2.
Fair, yeah, out of your full group. But yes, you guys have approached the hideout of the 8-Ank that you know there should be about 2 of. Last reconnaissance confirms 2, which is ideal. Because if you play your cards right, and they fight over stuff, you might be in luck on taking down the remaining one. Maybe even taking out both of them and freeing the nearby village of Ganhari from having to appease these creatures, because it's getting tense. Some of their requests are they're tough to manage, and then the way that they have to make these offerings with the suffering of animals, that kind of stuff, is just starting to it rubs people the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right now, obviously there's enough people there who are just used to having to survive, doing what they need to, that like won't be an issue. But as time goes on, the 8-Ank get more demanding, maybe even pushing the extremity of their requests. That could get worse. Plus, newer generations of people and whatnot might may become desensitized, but they may rebel against this kind of thing. Either way, it could become an issue later if these guys remain out here.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even still, 1 8-Ank up here versus 2 is still better for them.
Right.
So hopefully you get rid of 1, get some snazzy armor out of it, maybe more than just armor, maybe you get like a cool cloak, some boots, whatever else. And conveniently, just due to the culture in Setsegia, you can kind of conveniently ignore the ethics around like wearing a sentient creature on your body as style points and armor and shit. You could probably even eat it. I don't think anybody would say anything. We'll get there. First, you have to deal with these things. So, given the tactics you've been made aware of, you do have some fishing nets. You have the very unfortunate tribute package with you. And last we left off, you were approaching the area of the water that is pictured here. So for chat and a reminder to the players, where I have you set on the map is not where you are physically, it's just so that you can kind of see out here. And if we zoom out a little bit further, you can see down there is where the 8-ank den is. That entrance that you can kind of see is 30 feet down into the water. Anyway, so as your characters are approaching this, I don't know if you have any specifics you want to talk about before, or if you want to get right into how you're going to actually go out here and start this off.
Let's see. So our plan was, right, we're gonna try and lure one of the 8-anks out, right? That was, and then we're gonna try
lure
and,
both of them so they fight each other. Like,
You want to isolate one, but
Around-
you're
Yeah,
hoping to
that's
lure
what I'm saying.
both out so they fight. Yes.
yeah,
But you
yeah.
wanna
But
isolate
we need to isolate one. That's, I guess, lure one away so we can isolate it using a mixture of illusions from me, and then also like potentially the way the terrain is set up so we can get them separated. And then we just are gonna try as hard as we can to just do as much damage as fast as we can. As much from range as possible too. Okay. Just making sure.
Snell pulls up.
basics, yeah. So, one of the other things I believe was discussed was, so you have like your B team of Barbrong and Hattie. Oh, excuse me. You wanted them on spear throw duty / Verbrong protect Hattie, and she's gonna try to get the net into the water where the 8-ank would try to retreat to, right?
Right.
Cool. Which she can do on her own, but it is still kind of risky depending on what the situation is. Neat. Okay. So, the first step is going to be, getting close. And so far, you do not see an 8-ank, so you don't have visual confirmation on where they are. Are you going to use the tribute package thing, or are you going to just try to go at it with illusions?
I think we're going to use the tribute package, and then we're going to augment stuff with illusions. I believe that's the play. Right, guys? By which I mean, like, so we can separate them and stuff. That's going to be the illusions doing the heavy lifting there.
That's a fair point. Lamia was kind of thinking that no, the care packages basically are backup to be able to run away if we need to.
Oh, I thought. See, that's what we were talking about. We were going to lure them in with that because we didn't want to use the illusions, because if they figure out they're fake early, then we aren't going to have any kind of sway or hold here that we need.
Okay, sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Does it?
In that we get the the tribute into a not safe place, but a obvious place, I guess, and then supplement it with illusion.
Yeah,
What
because I
the
believe
supplement is, I don't know.
the idea. Yeah, I don't know
Go
that
ahead.
either. But the idea was get them lured up on land. Hopefully they fight. Throw up the when one leaves, throw the either maze up or entangle or whatever.
Yeah.
Probably both.
Yeah,
To try and
casting of Entangle was meant to be the go.
Yeah. And so the illusions by supplement too, kind of what I mean is if we need to draw them off, if we need to move them around, we can make an illusion of something that would entice them potentially. Because I have
or
full illusions.
what's the word? Repel. Entice or repel.
Entice or repel, so we can push or pull whatever we need.
Yeah. Which if they end up like just retreating again, I can just hurl insults at them, calling them weak and whatever, and like just like act like I'm king shit of fuck mountain, or whatever,
Yeah.
You could do that, yeah.
and see how they take that.
Colic Raw would be the shit on my shoe.
Call crawl, more like call crawl and calling crawl back to your den like the bitch you are. No, I forgot.
I mean, yeah, just because people associate them with Colic Rawl does not mean they worship
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
Just so
fair.
you know.
They probably don't care.
They'd be like, is this his fault? Yeah, he is a bitch. We get out of here.
And
Fuck
more
that
like
guy.
food bank. I don't know.
Wow. So, okay.
mm.
So you are going to use the very unfortunate animal care package thing.
Yeah. They're already bleeding and hurt and making sad
yeah.
animal noises. So
Yeah, they have been for the entire, what was it, a 4-hour trip that took you guys out here? So, take from that as your characters what you will. Cool. So then, step 1 is you need things to be in position.
Cut a hole in the box.
Not for this.
Sorry.
what? I missed that.
That lives right here in my head. I said cut a hole in the box.
Oh,
From
step
Dick in a
one.
Box. Yeah.
Got a hole in the
Yeah.
box. Yeah,
Sorry.
two.
It lives in my head rent free. I can't help it.
So step 1 of something that is not Dick in a Box is you need to get things in position, which is you obviously
Step
get the
2.
tribute package out there, and have your people hidden wherever they're gonna be, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, let's tactics this out, right? So, obviously, you are not going to you're not out here right now, but go ahead and position your characters where you want to be when everything starts.
Excuse me, turn order.
Uh-huh.
You to move.
Thought there was gonna be a lot more land in this map, but no.
If you're gonna be further back, I can take you over there to that other area. God damn, this thunder's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild.
I figure I'm gonna be setting the bait, so I'd probably be closest. And well, I need to look at my spell.
Yeah, I'm checking my ranges, trying to see what like the closest I need to be is for something.
Entangle is long. Okay,
Entangle
so
is
I
fucking
could
massive.
be anywhere.
It does not discriminate, so
Yeah, that's the
you need
issue.
to be a bit careful. Let's see if I have a. No, that's the stupid 5e one. It's not big enough. Loop Entangle real quick.
Okay.
40 foot radius. That's what I thought. Let me see. Tokens. Not move that over here. Oh shit! I never moved that over here. You're doing too much, man. Weather's doing too much, y'all. Okay.
I think it's
I need
already
to
past
go
me. Funnily
past
enough.
me. Wild. Let me bring. Think
We're
that's
in
in
flood
second
advisory.
wind. Yeah.
Yeah, but we also had a flood advisory on Monday, and it didn't rain a drop.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it rained a
sure.
drop for us.
Famously
but-
bet for you. I'm 10 miles away from you. I just mean it like rained less than an inch. Because
Yeah,
it did
yeah.
Very
rain,
little
but it
rain.
rained less than an inch on Monday.
Wait, it was. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, whatever. I've got 2 of the same map. Who cares?
Yeah, 2. Boo, 2. I don't know.
Do I have a 40-foot radius? Probably not. Nope. Oh boy.
Anyways, I'm gonna be up here because I don't need to be down there. Actually, you know what? I don't want to be that far back, just in case I need to jump and do something stupid. Right.
I feel like I did have a 40-foot radius for something.
Did you change
Awesome.
your audio?
Did I change
You
my
can-
audio?
Yeah, it like
No.
okay.
Oh shit! Hold on.
It's like a weird watered like voice that came out.
For some reason my
Hmm.
thing closed.
It sounds normal to me. Just so we remember it now, I'm booping. I'm using mage armor with my minor spell expertise right now before we get into anything. So I have that.
I'm so
Wait, how
proud
big
of
a
you.
radius is right? How big a radius is searching shadows? Is that 40?
Oh, I don't know. Let me check. I think it's only 25.
Really? Damn. I don't want to make a whole thing.
It's a 10-foot radius for searching shadows.
Damn. Okay, so that's way smaller. All right.
And then
All right. I'll just craft one. Just
the
craft it.
illusory maze is a 20-foot. That's what I was thinking. That one's the one that's 20-foot radius spread. And then haunting mists is also 20-foot radius.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of one that I might have made a token for, just to make things easier for Panda.
Yeah. Deeper darkness is 60-foot.
No.
Uh,
So I'm gonna take this here picker.
I don't think I have
Picture.
any other radius
Come on.
ones.
Make a giant ass thingamajig. Oh, that is not correct. That's it. That is 40. Oh, shit. That might be actually perfect. Hold on. Map to corner. Yo! Oh, shit! That's dope. Okay. Okay, I'll have one for you in a second. Give me a minute. Pixlr. Gotta go edit it first. Z. Get that bitch into the editor. It is very blurry. That's I. That's gonna take too much damn time. Do it. Kind of person I am. Tolerance higher. Does that work? No, too high. Don't worry, chat. We'll get to playing here any day now.
Any day
It
now.
will happen. That, you know what? That's good enough. Hold on. Just get rid of these little bits over here. What I am currently doing is making a little stamp for a 40-foot radius. That ought to do. All right, save that as a PNG. Under DM tools, tool images, there we go. 40 foot. Drag that over. This one. Tool images. Okay. Get back to where you guys are. That's right. Nope, not quite. That's it right there. Yeah, there she is. All right, 40-foot radius. There you go.
Hey.
Let me assign it to you so you can control it.
Sure.
Dave,
You can make it disappear for now
go.
if you want.
Nah. It's here
It's
now.
gonna-
It lives here. Don't you
No.
know?
All right, I'll change the layer. There you go.
Okay. So I just moved it way over there.
Let me
Keep
know
it-
when you need it again.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been trying to figure out because my caster level should be 7. He's on a level 10
Correct.
ranger, yeah. But I don't know how to change that on my sheet.
Oh, I can show you. Go to or I can tell you, go to configuration.
Uh-huh. I've been looking for
Over
that.
on spellcasting.
Oh, it's way
on the far
fuck over
right.
there. Okay,
yeah, far
yeah.
right. CL. Yeah, just
Yep.
change that. There you go, bud.
There we go. I've been like looking on the spell sheet. I'm like, okay, and then I
yes.
looked in like classes, but I was looking like on like where it has like saving throws, all the stuff on the left. I never looked to the right.
Yep. Yeah, it's all the
Okay.
way over there on the right.
Thank you.
No problem.
Because that was something we talked about last week, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to change that. I remembered.
I'm sorry. I've done been a caster a long time on this game.
Yeah. So those things is like, oh, I have to do that.
Yep.
This is what we talked about last time. Oh.
Also, the other good news with Entangle, the range is also very long, so you can origin it from kind of wherever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What fun would it be if it happens when they're underwater?
It'll work underwater too. Just it's going to come
Yeah.
from the floor, not from the water,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah, yeah. So
How
depending
long
on
is
how
the
deep the water is matters.
Algae.
yeah, seaweed, algae, that kind of stuff. Probably no seaweed in here, right?
But there's definitely those lake weeds that when they touch your leg, you go, "Oh my god," because
Yep.
you think it's something.
Yeah. It's the end. It's what it is. It's death.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'm gonna die. It's gonna eat me."
I always knew the ocean was cursed.
It's like, dude, this is a pond in a golf course. The ocean is cursed.
Right? Well, you shouldn't have put eels in it. It's not an eel. It's a weed. I don't care what drugs the eel is on. It's going to kill me, and I'm not happy about it. Anyway.
That took me a second.
Here's your package. It's right here. Go.
I imagine we want me to be a little closer, but I don't know if I could get closer because I'm in full plate.
Listen, you be as close as you feel comfortable being, which means, we can just all go back to the village.
Well, because Lamia can throw her halberd.
10-foot range increment.
Yeah, you want to be close. Did we get you a crossbow?
No.
No.
That was an
After she
oversight
gave
on
her
our
a
part.
away.
Yeah, that was an oversight on our part.
Well, she can throw her halberd now, is what she
Yeah, but
I think it's the reason we
not
didn't worry about
super
that.
far.
It's a 10-foot range increment.
Yeah,
Mhm.
not
So-
very far. A crossbow
It comes back.
shoots
Further
far.
than that. Yeah, it's just you take a -2 after every one. So
Yeah. Luckily, 8 inks are big.
true. They are pretty sturdy. They are not the easiest. They're not hard. They're not like as hard to hit as some things. They're pretty hard to like damage. But you're also very proficient at attacks. You know, so
Attack.
obviously your dex is not near as high as your strength, but still.
Yeah, no. But it's still pretty decent.
So yeah, right. So you have some land down there and whatnot. And then you have this behind you is like 10 feet back up. Were you gonna try to get like rope and stuff down to make it easier to make those climbs? Because Addie has to get up to the water to get the
Yeah,
net,
I think we
right?
said yes on that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
something you guys asked if you could do.
Of course you can. Obviously, you have to go out there to do it.
Yeah.
I don't think I have a rope token. I think I have a chain, which would work.
Yeah. Yeah, works good enough. So I figure
I imagine it's to deal with the drop. So just so put that little chain. Make sure it's controllable. There you go. So put this chain where at which drop you want it at, or like which space on the drop you want it at.
Yeah. So Hay's gonna be thrown into the water. We don't want her to be moving too close to the 8 inks, so it would be doing attacks of opportunity. So probably like over here somewhere, y'all think?
Probably.
Or like around the edge of it, in theory. So I'll just slap it right there.
So that would be more like either this space or
Yeah,
this space
yeah.
for climbing up. Okay.
All right.
Right there. Cool. We'll lock that. Put that back. Lock it for now.
That looked like it was half land, half water. All right. It was.
Well, yeah, all of this stuff is land. You know.
Yeah.
But this is the actual cliff. So then are you gonna put one on this other drop, or are you just gonna climb that one raw? Yeah.
Raw.
Uncooked.
Uncooked.
Yeah, I like my dirt uncooked. Yeah, that's probably fine. I mean, I guess it doesn't hurt for us to put one down since this is all prep time. So
Yeah. We haven't like
yeah,
actually done any of this yet. This is planning. So
Yeah,
we'll say
so-
try to put one there.
just go and throw another one. Right
What do you
there.
think?
Just
The
keep 'em
8
in
ink's
line.
going to climb the rope?
Well, he might notice the rope or whatever, you know.
Yeah, also they're large. They like a 10-foot drop is much smaller to them.
Yeah.
So
Like a 5-foot drop.
yeah, roughly. Much easier climb. And you watch them scale a much higher wall than that.
Yes, we did.
They don't have like a climb speed, but they're strong enough that like they can actually climb pretty okay. Cool. So you got the 2 ropes. This is
I'll tell you what we
back,
could have
so
done.
get in the way.
We could have got a ship and put a ship in this big, lake, and stuck an ooze on it, and then just wait, and just let them leave because they apparently don't like that.
Yeah.
That was
At least
like
the cave
50
ones didn't.
years?
Yeah,
And they still stayed. They just waited for someone dumb enough to be like, "Oh, you know what? They could deal with that."
What do you mean dumb enough?
You
I
know
think you
exactly
know.
what I mean.
Yeah,
dumb enough.
I think you know. Don't play
Mister,
coy.
I'm gonna stick my head into the water.
That has nothing to do with getting the ship.
It has a
Doesn't
lot of
it?
getting the ship, kinda.
Nah.
I don't know if any deities would have needed to intervene. But
Anyway.
cool. So you got so that's where you want the ropes. And these are the positions you're planning to fight from, at least in the first leg of it.
Let me look. I mean, are we thinking that both of them are going to get up here, or do you think they're going to start brawling down here?
Depends where you put the package,
Yeah, where is the package gonna be?
which is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that green is land, right? All the green and brown is land. So any of that, all of that is valid. So and again, right now you don't see them, right?
Yeah.
And them spotting you placing it isn't that big of a deal, unless they spot like all of you, right?
The good thing about being on this 10-foot drop up is technically if we're like hiding or whatever, we would have like a weird kind of concealment, not concealment, but like half concealment.
Yeah, you're
or whatever.
You're not eye level, so yeah, it helps.
So dropping it down here would be ideal somewhere. I'm tempted to just throw it in the middle because that's a good. Oh, it's here. You know, it's like not hidden at all.
Mm-hmm. Right, and you know, if they are going to fight, they're not going to fight at the thing because they'll be trying to prevent the other one from getting to it, right? So they're going to probably fight a little bit before it.
So what about like, you'll think like right here?
Yeah. Why not? I think that's good.
You can.
I'm just gonna move it there to like, yeah, because we can assume I'll bring it there. Because I'm pretty sure of my ability to scramble up this 10-foot drop.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you have that rope down, that's be very easy.
Okay. Where would be the best place?
So like once that's down, I'm probably gonna be hard on this side. Be covering this side. I don't know why I said hard. Like
Sure.
like in my head it was like hard cover, but it's not. You know. It's gonna be over there Oramaxing. No.
No, you can't be hiding in Oramaxing, all right? Like that's not.
Nah. I'm maxing off my teammates. No.
Yeah, I'm okay with where I am.
Yeah.
That's where you're planning to engage from.
Yeah, for now, of course. Whenever we start throwing and etc., and then things may change.
Realistically, you're probably looking at throwing out here. Right, like roughly this distance. Pretty good penalty, but you know, it'll come back.
I mean, yeah, it's better than not trying at all.
Damn it! There's the DC,
and then that way I can actually kind of help.
We got DC'd.
Yeah.
How come we're never getting marveled? We're always getting DC'd.
Why did I know you were gonna say that?
Why can't we get Image Comic in it every now and then? Where's them all them dark horses at?
Where's
What about Archie? How come we never been Archied? Yeah,
you're not a Veronica or a Betty.
I mean, Archie comics. There's other comics published under Archie Comics.
Yeah, I know, but
I think Garfield or something like that. Not Garfield, but I forgot what it's called.
Not Garfield, but Garfield.
Yeah, but Garfield. Yeah. Not like the Sunday news strip, but the.
There it is. We're back. Cool.
Ray.
All right. So that's.
I think Sonic was under Archie for a while.
Yeah, it
for a
was.
while. But
Yeah.
so, okay, that's where you're gonna put the thingamajig. At least this is the plan. And so yeah, Hattie's gonna have to get down here somewhere, right, to hurl the thing after the 8 ink has got out of the water. He has to put it where it seems like it would try to retreat to.
Yeah.
Which,
And oh, good. Give me the
give it
the
the
thing real
thingamajig.
quick. Yeah.
1 second.
Just so I can kind of plot out, like, okay.
Oh, I'm on the wrong.
Also assume that in that radius that God, that's a huge radius.
It's big, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh no! Fuck.
Uh-oh.
I'm fine.
You sure?
Yes, I just knocked something over. That's all.
Oh, gross.
I know.
Always hate
I would
when
hate to
happens.
have to like.
No, what's gross is that I had to get water absorbent sandbags for my apartment to put on this windowsill behind me because when it rains, it leaks a shitload of water. That's what's gross.
Oh, that is gross.
You
Is it like the one
always
that
have
we had on Lindsay?
Yes, like that. Just like that, where it's just leaking through the window, just all wild as get out, just like
Probably like
doing its thing.
right there. Well, no, that would still impede
Yeah,
Hattie if
she
she
would.
has to go down there and throw it.
Yeah. He's obviously not going to go into it, right?
Yeah. So I can move it like up a little bit.
Well, yeah, which also you don't have to know this, right? Because you can decide this in the moment, right?
Yeah. Well, I'm also trying to like figure. Oh, I'm going to be casting it so it is hitting the 8 ink.
You
Just
should
trying to
probably go a little
avoid
further out because you're
having
not
Hattie.
because you're going to be trying to hit it not when it's like coming after you guys or something, right? You're trying to get it while it's distracted.
Yeah.
So you have a lot more space to move out away from stuff, yeah. Because it's going to be out probably a little bit past the tribute package. Because even if it's eating it, it's going to be what over here, right?
Yeah, so there it looks good. Okay.
And that will let her get a bit closer. She'll get up to like here. She probably won't be in that space, right? She'll probably be like somewhere over here away from the 8 ink. But
Anything to help mess with it. Yeah. Okay, so cast the spells, unload things on it. Yep. Okay.
if Lamia had her armor, she could just be invisible and do this. It'd be a lot easier, but
Yeah.
not right now.
Nope. And
fixed.
oh well.
I also found out that on for 3rd level spells, I get named Bullet, but I already took what I was going to take for this match, so I added it to my list, but I don't have it right now.
Right.
Would have been great.
Would have been nice.
So Hattie's going to be down there.
Roughly, that's where
she's
she's
gonna
gonna have to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's not gonna fight from down there. She's gonna go down there to throw the net into the water where the
GTFO.
and it could try to retreat. So that way, if it does try to retreat into the water, the net deters it.
Yeah.
Since they can't breathe underwater,
Okay.
they don't like be entangled by stuff.
Yeah.
All right. I'm moving my person at least a little
Means
closer.
Verbrong will be over. Verbrong's on Hattie duty. So
Yeah.
It's
He doesn't
Hattie
move
Doody
super
time.
fast,
It's
but-
Hattie Doody time.
he's a lot harder to drag into the water, at least.
Actually, I want to be right here. Or actually, no, because that might get in the way.
Eh.
Yeah,
I wanna be
need
close
actually
to the
come out
rope
Off the rope, yeah.
For in case I need to go down and hit. But I don't want to be in the
You don't want to
way.
jump 10. Yeah, you don't want to jump 10 feet. That's a good way to end up prone.
Yeah.
But technically, the back of the 8 ink is not 10, so it's like. I've been playing too much Monster Hunter.
All right. I have moved myself. I think this is a better place for Lamia to be.
That's roughly where you're going to be. Cool. Right
Yeah.
edge. Yeah, I would say Hattie's probably going to be like there-ish. Right. She has a pretty good range to throw that. Let's see.
I'm gonna
Correctly,
be
Mavs have
right where I
20.
am.
I know they're 10 feet, but he can throw it pretty far without issues, honestly. Cool. So, we'll leave her there. Rabrong is going to stay up here, at least by default. He doesn't move super fast, but if you want, he can obviously still go down and just make sure he's in range to like get to Hattie if he needs to without jumping or whatever. That's up to you guys. He's a well, actually, wait. Rabrong I think has. Never mind. Rabrong has 30-foot movement speed. He moves as fast as Hattie does. Forgot about his barbarian fast movement. Normally, Avarakra 20. He does move fast for an Avarak, which is scary. But that's up to you guys. If you guys say, hey, yeah, make sure you go down there with her, he can do that, or he'll stay up here.
I have mixed emotions. I think he should stay up. That way, if she's just straight out trying to flee, if she needs to, he can just grab her from above.
Yeah. And she's less likely to get caught if there's just one person rather than two.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that should be good.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. So we'll leave him there. That gives her a spot here. Cool. Yeah. Any other stuff you guys are wanting to hash out before you start putting this in motion?
So we're gonna wait to attack, just so everybody's clear. We're gonna wait to attack till there's one of them that we're dealing with, because if we preemptively attack this and we get both of them on us, it's gonna suck real bad. So
Yeah.
we need good trigger discipline here. And I say that in large part for my own benefit, because I'm the one who has the most range.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the plan was if we accidentally get both of them, we retreat, right?
yes,
Yeah.
that is the other thing, is if we are trying
Call-
to take
call
on
it a
two
wash
8-inks
and-
at once,
yeah.
we just go.
Did you give the animals the drugs to be less?
Dragas.
I mean, the herbs.
None of that's happened yet. That's like
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is still plan setup. Like they're not out there.
Yeah. You would do that once you're gonna go set it out, right? But
yeah.
Dragas.
Plan is one at a time. If we feel good about, if we kill one and we're relatively good, like physically, in theory, the one that left is going to be the one that's worse off. So we'll try and get the second one and see if we can deal with that. But yeah. If there's a third one, no. Again, we assume there's two.
flowers.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think it's ready to go.
Well, all right. I'm gonna need to fix their damn macros. That's okay. I can do that easy. Cool. So there's that. So okay. So let's go with order of operations now. So are you gonna go get the ropes and stuff put out first, and then come back and then deliver the package, or like how do you want to like order out these tasks?
I think I'll take care of this rope if somebody takes care of this rope. And once I'm done doing this rope, I'll have the package with me. I'll just go ahead and climb down and set the package. So I'll get the far rope and the package if somebody takes care of the top rope. From the top rope! No,
Setting those ropes, is there any specific check associated with them?
Yeah.
If you're under duress, it's a strength check because you're driving in pittance, right?
Mhm.
Since it's not, it's still going to depend. You probably want someone strong to do it because you want to make
Mhm.
sure that they get good purchase, right?
Right.
But I won't make you roll
I will not.
checks unless it's under duress.
Fair enough. I will not be volunteering for that then.
Smart.
I was going to
So-
volunteer for that, but then he said strength check, and then I went.
So
my eyes
Verbrong
glazed over,
or
and I was like,
Lamia,
"Not me,
probably.
that
Yeah.
ain't me."
Hattie's decently
Lamia-
strong too. So
Lamia will do it
Lamia?
because she's
Okay.
only going to be throwing her halberd versus the short spears, which will be easily more throwable with Verbrong.
Did you give all of the short spears to him?
I thought
him and
Hattie
Hattie,
had
I
some.
think.
Yeah.
Okay, splitting between those two. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have if there's like a, I forget how many we got. 10?
9.
Did we get 10?
Nine.
9? Okay.
Yeah.
Probably rounding more towards him because she's gonna be having a turn or two or whatever of throwing out a net. So in theory, he would have another free attack or whatever.
Let me check their stuff. I know she she actually has javelins, right? So
Okay.
I think Verbrong has some throwing axes. I don't think he has javelins. Yeah. He has one short spear himself, and he has some throwing axes. Okay. So yeah, he'll definitely take some. Hattie, I think, has 5 or 6 javelins. And a spear thrower. Oh, no, she only has 3 javelins. She has 3 javelins and 3 short spears herself. Got 6 ranged weapons.
Weapons.
So Verbrong probably needs more than she does, though. Cool.
Prepare the weapon.
Easy enough. Cool. Alright, so you're gonna go do that. So you're taking the animals, the tribute package with you, doing the lower one, and then Lamia, you're doing the upper one up here. Okay. Are you trying to be stealthy for this part, or are you just kind of run out there and try to get it done quick? Or planting the ropes?
Now I'm gonna try and be.
Who are you
stealthy.
speaking to?
They can all do their.
The people
Not
putting the
stealthy.
ropes down.
Okay.
Yeah. While they're doing that, I will be attempting to maintain stealth. Just FYI. So
You're
I
going
will
with, you're
roll
just
for
not doing the rope thing?
that. Yeah, I'm gonna be behind them, kind of off on the distance in case something weird happens. I want to be present, but I will attempt to maintain stealth.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, as stealthy as possible.
Yeah. I'm pretty
I
sure.
say
I can-
pitifully.
Yeah. Your stuff is further back.
Yeah. It
So-
will, oh, nice. Yeah,
I'm doing that so I can cloak a shadow here, so I can be extra
Yeah.
stealthy.
It will,
I have 8 of those.
to be clear, you guys, this would be stealth to get into the positions to put the ropes down.
Mhm.
Obviously, once you start hammering pittons in, you cannot do that stealthily. Like, it doesn't matter how
Yeah.
stealthy you are, that is going to be loud.
Yeah.
So, just in case that influences your decision on whether you want to actually sneak or not.
No.
Sounds like no. Cool. All right. So yeah, stealth checks for you 3.
Mine.
What am I doing? It's on my character sheet, not the.
You're also carrying a cage of
For
wailing animals.
Mhm.
Okay.
Well, I'll have you know that my favorite animal or favorite enemy is animals. No.
I am aware.
Against them does not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knowledge, perception, sense. Yeah. Okay. So my DC is probably going to be higher. It's not bad.
Okay.
I don't know if this is not forest or plains. This probably would be like rivers or like aquatic. I don't know.
It's a bit of a mix. This specific area, because like behind you is mostly like hills and stuff, is I would categorize it. I would
have to look at all the
allow hills
options.
and I'll probably partially allow aquatic too. You are very close to water. but it's not really deep enough woods to count as forest where you are, even though there are like there's like trees and stuff back there. That's okay. Anyway, so cool. You guys sneak up. Lamia, no other check needed. You I'm assuming wait for Sam to get where he's going before you start hammering in. Sam, I do need a quick climb check for you because you're going down one level before you get to where you're going.
Mountain includes hills. Okay, sorry. I was curious on what the actual list was.
Sorry, I
didn't remember.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't remember hills being one, but mountains is. So you said survival?
No, climb. So that'd be athletics.
Climb. Okay.
Nice. Well done.
Real good.
Yep. Easily done. Even though it's raining, so it's slick, it's very muddy. Getting out here, you're glad you decided to put the rope out, because even though you make this climb fairly easily, as you're doing so, you realize that like this drop is stone, but there's like mud and like a muddy kind of loose running over it, so it is very, very slick in the rain. Like a lesser climber, or just if you just had an off moment, it could have been pretty rough. Normally a wall with like natural, footholds and that kind of stuff is a DC 15, but because of the fact that it's slick like this, you're looking at a DC 20 climb check on these. So even though you made it fairly easily with your 28, you know that, like, without a rope, this would actually suck pretty bad. But you get down there, sneak your way over, probably have Lamia, like, hand the tribute package thing down for you. It's not light. You can't just, like, carry it in one arm. It's a fucking goat and a bunch of rabbits and stuff in there. Get down there, go over, and then both of you at the same time start, like, hammering the pittons and then like make these little rope hangs. Now, are you trying to make these very secure rope where you have it like kind of hammered into the wall at multiple spots so it doesn't sway or swing at all, or you just very simple, you're just hammering in this one end and letting the rope hang down the cliff?
Lamia would want it to be as secure as possible, considering this one, it might be the one that Hattie might desperately need to run up.
Like, let me be, just to be clear so I'm not being confusing, the risk there in leaving it hanging isn't that it's going to come loose. It's just that if, like, she gets hit, or if, like, the wind gets crazy, or, like, something, like, moves it, it could start swinging, making it harder to climb.
Yeah.
It's not going to, like, come loose out of its mooring unless something tries to. It just means it could be jostled easier.
Yeah.
Still a valid concern. Just wanted to make it clear what the risk is.
I think since I'm closer to the water, I'm going to be hurrying on mine. So probably just going to be putting the one, because I don't want to. The less time I am alerting something in the water that's possibly watching me, to the amount of time between letting something knowing I'm here to putting the bait out, I want that as short as possible, because I don't want to be like, he's holding the bait, so I'm going to eat him too. Yeah.
I can't fault you. I can't even say
I gotta look at that. I gotta role play as a gator and like think crocodile. A gator would be nice enough to like let me put the bait down, then eat it.
Yeah.
Gators are nice. Crocodiles are not.
Sure, buddy.
This is not nice.
Sure.
So fair. Okay, so you're gonna do the simple version, and Lamia, are you doing the same thing?
No, not simple. I'm doing as best as I can to be multiple steps, essentially.
So if Sam's trying to be quick, that means you are going to have to climb down.
Yep.
Cool. So I need athletics from you as well. You already know the DC?
I wasn't paying attention, to be honest, so let's find out.
20. DC's 20.
Oh, okay. So I need to roll relatively...
Very slick. It's very slick.
Okay, cool. Good.
Oof. Oh yeah, your armor.
Yeah,
that
my
ACP.
armor.
That ACP is big. So yeah, you Oh wait, no, never mind. It would have been much easier than that, because obviously you hammer in the top part first, right, and then you can just
Yeah.
climb down the rope, and then you can put it in. So it would have been DC 10 instead of that, because the rope is still slick. But yeah, much easier. But you can tell as you're like climbing down with like your feet on like the wall and stuff. Like there's a few times where like your foot slipped or whatever. And you're like, oh, okay, yeah, rope's a good idea. You probably about that same time get something from Sam. He's like, I told you it's slippery. He's like going to where he's supposed to go, or where he's hammering his in. You do easily hear the hammering, even through the rain. Like that it is carrying for sure. Like back even where you are, Eli, like you hear it. It's very loud. You can tell that sound's going to carry pretty well. And of course, you also hear the animals still having a real bad time in their confinement, which is the bigger risk, because that's what the 8 are going to be listening for.
Did you not give them the drugs?
I assume
until they're set. Yeah,
did not.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so they're making noise.
Okay, I assume that like once they're set is when I give them the drugs, right?
It's up to you. If you're wanting reference back to when you did it before, it was before you came out to set the trap. It was like right as you were going to come out into the open.
Yeah, then that would be how I do it then.
Okay. So they are making noise. They're not. It's not as frequent, not quite as loud. So that does change my my DC here. There we are. Where are your skills? That can't be right.
Report.
That is very wrong. Okay. How did I
Skills 4.
The 8
No. I'm gonna run to use the bathroom. I know it's inopportune, but I'd rather do it now before we start stuff. So.
Well, hurry up. I hate you. I'm just kidding. Go.
I'm gonna go too. No, kidding. I'm kidding.
Did you just go?
I'm kidding. Yeah, an hour ago.
Yeah, like a can and a half. Oh,
Yeah, that is how I said that. It has the same cadence and everything. Oh man.
All right, the 22 is pretty good. It's pretty good.
It is. Yeah, it is.
High. Okay. Whew. So, okay, you guys are busy. So that will be Eli and
I'm Eli.
I imagine it'd be Hattie. You guys both roll me perception checks. Obviously, I'm gonna roll Hattie's. Did I finish her damn sheet?
Perception. I rolled
did,
bad.
but I forgot she doesn't have 3 hit points anymore. She has 22 left. Oh, a 9. That's pretty low.
I rolled bad.
Watch your employee show you how it's done. Oh, she actually did roll pretty good.
Good.
I wasn't sure if it was the 5 or the 13 on the die or not.
It's like halfway between the both.
Somebody needs to not roll like crap around here. It ain't gonna be me.
Thing. Okay. Cool. I think of what the hell the distance penalties and whatnot are. Yeah. Cool. There's that. I don't think it is particularly good at this skill. No, but it is in water. Eight ink feet. I have a lot of sheets up right now. There we are. Oh, good God. Okay, good thing it has that bonus for being in the damn water. With a +4 for being in the water. Is bad. Is really bad. Distance is on his side, though.
Who would have thought?
Okay, so yeah, nothing
Who
right
would
away.
have thought? That's bad.
Okay, so yeah, at a certain point, it's about the time that Lamia, you think you've finished getting yours secure, and this is about the time Sam is he's at like the bottom part, which means that you can kind of go and help him get the package thing down to him, and he's starting to walk it back over. Do you immediately head back up after he wanders off, or what the hell? Internet.
Did the music just trip out for you?
Yeah, it
too?
like froze and then sped up.
Okay,
Yeah, the
cool.
internet-
Yeah, it did that
internet
for me
was
too.
being trippy.
Gotcha. Cool. I was like, that was weird.
All right, we're good now. Cool. So,
Hooray.
do you immediately
Well,
head back?
considering,
Go ahead.
yeah, because she needs to be in position. That's up.
Then like you get back up to you're climbing up the rope to get back up to the top area when Hattie like nudges you, and she goes, "I think I see it. I think I saw it just a second ago. It came up, but then it swam off that way." You don't see it, but she's
Yeah.
saying it swam off like this direction, if that's even visible. Can chat see that? Not at all.
I don't
Nope,
know
I can
chat
see
can,
anything.
but I can.
Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Whoops. There we go.
Okay.
This direction,
Ah, yes.
right? Not that this is where it is, just that way. It swam off.
Gotcha.
And then Lamia, you get back up there, and she says, "I think I saw it. It's probably noticed the thing."
Do we have a way we can tell Sam?
Eli, you
I'm
can,
still
right?
Staring. Yes. I sure can. Speaking of, I'm going to use Dark Whispers to connect all of us. I'll try not to.
Well, you definitely don't recover it, but that's okay.
That is okay.
Yeah.
Stay. Stay.
Out of effect. No, you stay.
No.
He's
Stay.
being a butt.
No. You stay. Tell me what to do. Grown ass man. Anyway. Okay, cool. So you connect everybody then, and what do you tell Sam?
Just
Nice
the-
butt. No, what?
Yeah, that's it. No, we think it's off that way, over there.
Oh, we saw something.
We do, yeah. We had to get. I didn't.
Yeah, things that came out and sailed off this direction.
Yep.
I'm wiggling on purpose. It's
Yeah.
indistinct. This is about the time that you are at the bottom. You have the tribute package. You have not put it where you want it yet. Does that help you? You just got down there.
Can I do a quick perception to like see if there's anything, like if I can notice anything nearby?
Yeah, move action's pretty quick.
Huh?
Yeah, move action's pretty quick. That's how you do an active perception. It's move action.
Oh,
So you may,
we're
yes.
saying yes. Oh, okay, yeah.
You have to spend your move action.
Okay.
We're obviously not round by round, but like if something happens, you're down a move action.
Yeah. So this would be. Sorry, I'm adding in the. Well, no, I'll leave it out. But if I get something for the magical beast, it will be plus. Be plus.
+2.
Yeah, +2.
You are looking for an 8 ank, so yeah. So it's 21. Okay. So, one. Rainy as shit. That is minimum here. So it's -1. Oh, sorry. Are you keeping 21?
Sorry, I'm making sure that this is first level games +2. Sorry, this is an additional +2, so it'd be 23. Because I have the at level 10, it's another +2. Correct? Yes. At 10th level, he can increase it by 2. Yeah. So yeah, it would be
the one specific one. So you have a +4 against magical beasts and just a +2 against animals.
Well, at level 5, I got the one for animals.
Right.
Because that, yeah. So, yeah, this one would be +2 animals.
So,
Yeah.
so you have a +2 against animals. Then you would needed to unlock a +2 against something else. So you did that on magical beasts, and then you've added your upgrade to magical beasts, not animals. Correct? The upgrade does not upgrade all of your favorite enemy bonuses. It's one favorite enemy bonus.
Is it just one?
Yeah, the upgrade is on one of the favorite enemy bonuses, so they'll have different bonuses.
At each such interval, the bonus against one favorite enemy, including the one just selected, if so desired, increases by 2.
Against one favorite enemy.
Okay.
You just read it out loud.
Yeah.
It's including the ones are stuck. That means you can use it on the one you just picked. That's what I'm assuming you did.
Yes. So that means it would be a plus. So I wouldn't have the additional +2 for animals anymore. It would actually be a +4, or like another additional +2.
Let me see here. Okay, so you got first level, you got favorite enemy, which was animals, so it's +2.
Yeah. And then
at a 5th level, you got.
I got undead one, but I added the additional +2 to animals.
You added it to animals, right? I forgot about the undead. Okay.
Yeah. And
so
then
+4
10,
versus animals, +2 versus undead, and a total of +4 against magical beasts.
Yeah. See, that's what I was wondering. I was like, oh, does the additional +2 have to all go, or the additional bonuses all go into one thing, or can those be spread out? Is what
you can change them at each one. Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay. So you're at
that's where I was confused, because I was like, wait, does the
23
extra bonus all have to be lumped together, or can that be spread out? Because at like 15. I would get another enemy, but I would also get another +2, and I would be throwing that on undead or something, and then have the new thing be whatever, we're not going to go to 15, but that would be the idea.
Weird, so I was like, what? But okay,
yeah,
so that's actually a total of 23. Are you keeping your 23?
Yes. I know they're underwater, but all that to whatever
distance and all that. So you're at a minus for distance. You're at a -10. What did I roll? 11. Yeah.
Again, this is a skill check and not just like auto fail. But
yeah, you don't see the 8 ink, but you do see where the water does seem a bit more disturbed than other spots. Kind of out here.
I don't know if I can't see that because of the.
I'm in the wrong layer. Out here.
Okay.
I don't know if
the water's
see that. I don't think they can. Let me zoom out for chat a bit.
It's a couple squares to the northeast of the center of the radius, if they can see the radius thing.
Now they can. Roughly,
excuse me.
Not exact, but... so you think it probably just moved out of that spot, but you don't currently see it exactly. You're going to still go try to put the thing where you wanted?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right, rush over there, set it down. Okay.
Sorry about that. I was pouring soda into my cup that's right next to my microphone. I was like, oh, should probably mute that.
Yeah. So you get it finally set down. So you're over here. And you definitely see something move in the water right there.
Right.
Like something just like crests. for just a sec, just long enough that you notice the movement.
Yep.
It doesn't like surface all the way, but you definitely something's right there. Something big.
Set the package down. Retreat.
Immediately run back. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did say this area is slippery, so I do need a quick acrobatics check from you.
Let's go.
If you're in full speed.
I missed Scarlet Widow. 9.
I'm keeping your 9.
I'm gonna roll luck on that to beat a 10 or hit 10. You know,
At least not here, but no, go for it.
Yeah, 11.
11.
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That's You needed a 10.
Yes, look, man.
It was exactly.
Look, I've tried to, body block a cow before in wet earth. I don't have cleats on. All right, like you boots on cleats. Yeah.
So you're like, retreating quick back that way. You step on some like piece of kind of flat stone that looked like it had some texture to it, but it was just fucking licking on the side of the rock, so your foot just slides right through it, and you like reach out and grab some roots that are like poking out of the wall next to you, and, like barely keep hold of them, and pull yourself back right, get all the way over to the rope.
I say lichen, but yeah,
lichen, is that what it is? Anyway,
I don't know.
I think it's lichen.
This may be a chitin chitin, thing.
I think lichen sounds better, but I think
chitin is spelled or is pronounced chitin because it comes from Greece, and in Greek they don't have a K, and that's the only reason why. And it's annoying, and I only know this because I for so many years mispronounced that word, and then decided to look up why. It's aggravating.
But cool. What is your bonus to athletics? Is it higher than is it 9 or higher?
Athletics? No. Or sorry, bonus. Yes.
Your total, so if you roll a 1, it is a 10 or higher.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so my total bonus is 12 to athletics.
We don't need to roll that then. Cool. So you start scrambling up the rope quickly. Double move. Rope is in half. Yeah, okay, so you'll get.
Is Hattie actually down there, or is she up top waiting for?
She's not down there yet.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
That's why you have 2 tokens right now.
I see.
One.
Okay.
So you have your theoretical spot, and then your actual
Spider-Man meme. No.
Like Eli's not actually over here yet.
Yeah.
Or Brog's not actually over here yet. Do you start like whispering back, like get in position, or anything like that?
Yeah. I saw movement. It might be close to the package.
Okay. So you guys get that? Do you all start moving?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Lami, you're where you're trying to be already.
Perfect.
Let's see. Or wait, no, I forgot. Your check is. You can beat a 10 with a 1, can't you, Lamia?
On what?
You can athletics.
Let me double check because I'm in my armor. So if I roll a 1, it will be an 11. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't need a check. So yeah, you just slide down, run over there. You're in position. I don't think that's the case for Eli, so I do need an athletics from Eli.
All right. Coming right up. Oh, I forget athletics is at the bottom. I was looking at the top because of alphabetical order.
Nice. So you make it down. You get in position. Hattie does need to roll. Gabber feet open. No, I don't have to stand. That's enough. Good for a rope, at least. So we'll start actively moving people where they are. Hattie gets down. She's trying to get all the way down to the bottom. Our Brong, I'm pretty sure can't fail that. and not the craziest armor. Correct. He cannot fail that. Good. He'll make it down. And let's see, it's just saying you're there. Cool. Let me check a thing. Not yet. Cool. If anyone is trying to be stealthy, now is your chance to roll for stealth. If you're going to keep moving, you can still roll for stealth. Just be aware there's penalties when you're moving.
I am trying to be stealth.
So I made it up the embankment.
Yeah. Yeah, I corrected your position. That's where you are.
Check
Alright.
something real quick on my Cloak of Shadows real fast.
Oh,
Nice, Sam.
take.
Oh heck
take
yeah!
whatever.
I get +5 to my stealth, not +4, because we're level 10 now, right?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, nice.
But now,
Nice.
Yeah, I'm still gonna be moving though. So
Luckily, I'm not
You are
moving,
trying to be stealthy.
but
yeah. So I'm moving at half speed, right, or whatever, or quarter
Yeah,
speed.
you'll be moving half speed unless you want to take a -20. Depending on
Yeah.
what you want to take.
No, for a 13, no.
You're right.
Or sorry, 11. Yeah.
Ooh, okay, sure. Oop. Move my thing. There it is.
$33 is really high. Hattie and Verbrong. We'll do Verbrong's first. Ooh. Stealth is not really his strong suit.
can you blame
but,
him?
See what he gets.
He,
That ain't
that's way better
bad.
than me.
And he took
That
a
ain't
ranger level or whatever.
He
you know,
did.
like-
He has skills. Yeah. So yeah, he hunkers down. The being in the rain helps, obviously. So, granted, he is not quite where he wants to be, so he does still have to move a little bit. But he's waiting for Hattie, who where? There's so much to get open, dog. Okay, there we go. Hattie's a little bit better. Well, let's see what she rolls. She rolled worse, but you know, it is what it is. It means moving half speed, and then she's got to make her check. Very good check. But with half speed, she doesn't make it out of. Oh wait, no, she would get to the bottom this turn. Be right there. Cool. That's did. She is stealthed. Okay. Lami, you're where you want to be. And then Sam, you said you are going to keep moving.
to my position that I would like to be in.
Okay, go right ahead.
I got half movement, correct?
Correct. Yeah, half speed.
I can make it there.
With one action, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not. Yeah, so I would have. Like, I could make it there if I just don't do anything else.
Correct. Yeah, if you're gonna try to like ready an action or something,
Yeah.
you are over there. All right. So there's that. I think again, then Robrong's gonna move over here where he was saying he was gonna move. Those are all gathered. Cool. Anyone else taking other actions, or are you trying to wait? Are you just waiting for shit to pop off at this point?
I am just waiting for shit to pop off. 100%.
Alright. Sounds like nobody else is doing anything.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys wait there for a minute. You definitely see a few other swells beneath the water. Over here, and then over here. And then finally you see an 8 ank surface. Flashes up in that spot.
Ah!
I'm just gonna
Voluntary
save this
screaming.
for now, since it's
Yeah,
not
go
actually
for it.
happening yet. If you want to pop up from this space, and it raises way up, and then it looks like it like whips around really hard and dives back down under the water. Okay. And it looks like there's a bunch of thrashing happening when it dives back in. And you see, yeah, it is fighting the other 8 ank.
Okay.
Which then surfaces, and you can see that it's got like those big ass clawed paw things. One of them is like pushing the other 8 ank's face while it's like trying to maintain its space in the water. You hear this like loud, angry, like weird hiss roar that they do, and it goes for a bite on the other one. If it rolls better than a 2, that's better than a 2. That's what it needed. It's gonna deal some damage. Nearly minimum, but it's damage.
Yeah, damage is damage.
And just for the sake of, I'm gonna just make some rolls, then I'll kind of describe how this is going down. So we'll have them just wailing on each other. That's 8 ank number 1. This is 8 ank number 2. Okay, so that is all of those are hits, except that very last.
Nice.
Except that the tail on 8 ank 1 and the second claw on 8 ank 2. Everything else is a go.
Nice.
All right, so 8 ank 1 is gonna roll some bite damage. And a bad. Then he's gonna roll some 2 claw damages. Oh, that's not the damages. Whoops. That's 17 more. And then his tail is a terrible, woeful miss. And then 8 ank number 2 is going to roll some bite damage. Same as it did last time. One of the claws.
Dog.
Another 9. Whiff with the other claw, but then absolutely beam this guy with his fucking tail. Another 9. So you just watch this flurry of 2 large creatures thrashing around in the water. In character, you're not seeing each blow that lands or whatever. You just see like you hear these like loud, thunderous snaps of teeth, and you watch like claws whip through the air, like big arcs of water as they like miss or hit or whatever. It just looks like chaos. But you do see a particularly large swing, which so you've experienced it enough, you can tell that's the tail slap. And you hear 3 sounds at once. One of them is the tail hitting the other 8 ank. This loud, like muscle on muscle, like a loud punch landing. The other is the tail hitting the water as it's like a downswing, like smacking the 8-8 face against the water. You hear this like loud clap of energy. And the third sound is a yelp from 8-8 number 1. Because that one hurt. That hurted. That shit hurted. So you hear that, you see it get like dunked under the water from that one, and you see like a few other like thrashing attacks from 8-8 number 2. And a very brief movement from it as it seems to be chasing 8-8 1, who is underwater. But pretty quickly it becomes clear 8-8 2 is your winner. Because, you know, that was like, they're fighting for dominance, whatever else. They're not going to sit there and fight to the death. That's enough wounds. And they have to see each other at home, you know? So,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So yeah, it chases off the other one. You hear another one of those roars. It kind of flaps its tail against the water again really hard. And then kind of gives like a huff. And whirls around and comes up onto the shore for a second. Right up next to the squealing animals, which are not freaking out as much as they should because they're drugged. And but they are still freaking out. There's the occasional like yelp or squeal or whatever else. But now it's there. It is bearing down on the tribute package. It is. I don't know when Sam is gonna hit the go.
And take them. No,
You tell me, right?
Yeah. The other one's left, and it's approaching the trap.
Right, like the other one, they
probably
just
now.
split off, so you don't know where the other one is yet.
Yeah, and if it gets
still
caught
be in
under
range.
water,
Yeah.
yeah.
So they just split off. You know, it probably is moving pretty quick. So you don't necessarily have to wait super long, but I don't know if you want to wait at least a round, or if you're just like, fuck it, go now.
Yeah, I'll wait
before it
around.
eats the animals.
Around sounds good. Because if it's moving double speed, we know they move fast in water, so.
Yep. Okay.
So another round, and then I'll be casting it.
Addie's gonna move a little bit, get a better bead. That's all she's gonna move, and then she's gonna ready her throw with the net. Cool. So you watch the 8-8 like, you know, bearing down on this tribute package thing. It raises way up and is like looming over it. It kind of tilts its head. It's like making that sort of weird clicking throat noise you guys have heard them make before. It does seem to get a reaction out of the animals. And you watch like the giant 8-8 tails swish excitedly. Like, it's like splashing these giant ass waves of water behind it. And makes a very sudden move. Just like boom, like just hit this thing, like crushes half of the package with its claws. From your vantage point, Sam, it's kind of hard to see. You definitely hear like the splinter of wood. You can't quite see the animals inside. Lamia, unfortunately, you can. It just flat out crushes like one of the rabbits, and its like claws are next to some of the others. Unfortunately, it doesn't kill it. It's just like the inner part of its claws are like crushing it down. So it gets a bit more animated in its lamentations, but they get much quieter as the like pressure on its body pushes the air out of its lungs. It can't even make noise anymore. And you can see that the package thing is like, it's partially crushed. It's like the reeds and stuff have opened up, but the only exit would require the animals run towards the 8-8. So they're too scared, one, and they're also drugged. So they don't try to escape, whatever. They just freak out. And you can see it seems to be enjoying this, as what you know about the creatures. It's just kind of watching them and making that same noise. It's getting a little bit more intense. That's all it does that round. It's kind of intimidating the creatures, but I'm not going to roll. Like, there's just no need. So it spins that round. You obviously don't see any activity from the other 8-8. Because you know it's you hope it's fleeing and it's not just like hanging around waiting for something.
Right.
So, round passes.
Mildly terrifying.
You need to know what else everyone else is readying.
I'll go ahead and type it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good idea. But I am just gonna probably magic rockets this thing as soon as we engage it.
Oh, you're not going to do the maze.
Well, I kind of want to just shoot it first, but no, I'll do the maze. I guess when it starts eating the tribute package is the best time to cast the maze. Then I'd say because then it's gonna be just kind of confused, try and get out, and then I can just start shooting at it from there.
Okay, I think you guys are readying for when Sam casts entangles. That's really what
Sure.
I'm asking.
Oh yeah, that's why I
Yeah,
said shoot
it
it though,
is.
because if it entangles, I don't need the maze.
Well,
I guess the maze is good backup though. So
Because the thing with
I think we're
entangled is it
doubling
can
down
still
on-
move.
sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
we're
yeah,
trying to
Entangled
keep it
can still move.
Okay,
Yeah.
well then yes, I'm gonna illusory maze as soon as entangle is cast.
So you are doing the illusory maze. We know what Hattie's doing. Farbrong is he's readying to pull Hattie up. He's not going to attack right away because he doesn't want to draw attention that direction. Even though Lami, you're going to throw, so it will draw attention, but still. So there's that, and then obviously we know what Sam is doing. Sweet. Okay. So it's been around. Do you cast now, or are you still waiting, Sam? You can set a
Yeah,
trigger. If you can ready an action.
Yeah, I'm a cast now because
Just
that
go.
was the. Yeah, technically, I guess I should have prepped the action last turn, but this was a loose thing. So
No, it wasn't a ready
Doing
action
that.
yet. It was just
I'll
Yeah.
boop my
So-
illusory maze as well since he's casting, just so we have the boop.
right.
and
20 on that.
Yeah, I'll cast entangle. Don't get it back, sadly. Still have another
I will
one,
tell
though.
you. I will tell you. Waiting at least a round was the move because if you had done it last round, the other one definitely would have been it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it would have been underwater, but I don't want to give it a reason to try and come back either.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. So
yeah.
you throw the cast out there. We're gonna roll it save, and we'll get to everybody's actions. Let's switch the
Because
music.
it needs to refix partial.
It's a reflex save. On the die. Okay.
Yeah, it probably beats it because I don't think it's.
Yeah, your DC's 15.
Yeah.
But that still makes the area difficult terrain.
Mhm.
It just isn't entangled.
Yeah. If they remain in the area, they must make a save again at the end of my turn.
Yeah, he'll have to keep
Which
staying
I
there.
guess is the next go.
Yeah, this is not. This is like a surprise round, right? This isn't actually
Yeah.
your turn. Nice. Okay, so he made it. So he's still in difficult terrain, but he is not currently entangled. So you let this loose. And you can see the grass and everything like sprouting up, and he very quickly like jerks away from it, like snaps its teeth and just like pulls. You can hear like ripping pieces of like grass, and there's like dirt clods and shit flying in the air. Obviously, it understands something's happened. Like it raises way up, but that's when all the other things start to to happen. So we're gonna roll initiative just to determine the order, but we're still gonna have your ready actions before we roll through initiative completely. So
It's like your mini.
select your minis.
Select
The initiative. Bring that up on screen.
Not great.
Oh,
I was upset that the
Fuck
rabbits
both y'all.
got crunched.
Oh, clearly. Jeez. Oh,
Uh,
fuck. We have that stupid house rule, too, so you get double standards.
Yeah.
Why did I allow that? God damn it. I never
it's
benefit
okay,
from this.
No, it's okay because, it takes an action for me to get my halberd back.
No, it doesn't. It just
Oh, it
comes back
doesn't.
at the end of your... It comes back immediately. It just teleports. It's only a move action if you try to manually do it for some reason.
Okay.
But yeah, normally it just
Like if
teleports
it's
back to you.
stuck or whatever.
Yeah, or if you leave it somewhere. on purpose.
Got it.
Unless I'm mistaken, if you boop it, we'll know. I think it's on there.
Did I put that on there? Give me a
It
second.
is called.
Dear
I think I put it on there, but okay, I think that's where we want that. Cool. Let's get everybody else ran.
No, the called is not on there. I mean, description-wise, it is not.
It might be on the attack. I don't remember. Either way, let me see. Called weapon.
Let me see.
Okay, I'm back.
Called weapon special ability. Welcome back.
Yeah, I had a big thing of thunder, and my internet stopped for a second.
Oh, it's a swift action. Sorry.
Okay, well, I thought it was an action.
I heard that.
The swift
Thunder
action,
too,
yeah.
buddy.
So yeah, in this case, it's okay. All it just means is I'll have my halberd back.
Throw it twice.
Well, I mean, if you have 2 standard actions, you get to throw, swift action, return it, throw it again.
Yeah, then you can spend your move to return it again if you want to.
Yeah.
Not for your
yeah.
not obviously you have to wait till your initiative comes up, but yeah.
Yeah, but
That
still.
surprise was one action, and then
Correct.
your initiative.
That's what I just said. You have to wait
Okay.
till your initiative comes up. You
Yeah.
can throw it this turn, then call it back with your swift, and yada yada yada.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. So that was, I think I just rolled for Hattie. Let's roll for Robrong. And then let's roll for the 8 ink. Bro! Come on! A 2? How?
Yes, sir. The 2s, the curse of the 2s are back. Them 2s.
I don't know.
I don't know why you're laughing. It's gonna be you that rolls a 2 next, Panda.
No, that was the god of D&D laughing. I swear.
Panda's gonna
Panda
roll a
doesn't.
1
Yeah, probably.
because he didn't bet on himself today.
I know I did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was gonna
someone
say,
voted on Sam and Eli.
The times when you don't bet on yourselves are when you
Yeah.
roll 1s.
Yeah. I've noticed that as well.
One creature. I have one monster, and I roll fucking 2. Okay. Yeah, no, that's fine, guys. Don't worry about it. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for all of you. Lamia, your ready to action gets to go first. I hope that you roll very high and do something awesome.
That'd be nice. So do I just do ranged, and would I add a +1 for my weapon focus?
And for, well, oh, you know, we should have made a ranged version, shouldn't we? Yeah, do ranged, and you'll have your weapon focus bonus. You do have higher ground. It's another +1. And then what's the plus under alive?
It's just +1. I'm pretty sure. Yep, just +1.
It is just +1. Okay, so that's a total of +3.
Okay, +3. All right. And I don't have the. Okay.
What?
I was really upset. I was really angry.
I'm so glad you rolled a 20. Please roll to see if you confirm.
Oh yeah, I'll do that.
And exact bonuses.
Do it again.
Unless you have like critical focus or something.
No, I don't.
Are
Okay,
you
it does
keeping a
not confirm.
19? Are you keeping a 19?
Use your fortune if it don't.
No, I'm not using my fortunate fate on that. But do you guys mind if I roll the luck?
No, roll the luck.
Yeah, roll up.
God damn it.
23.
Yeah, that confirms.
Hooray! Okay, I didn't do anything special bonus wise, so here's just the normal damage.
Yeah, you can't power attack or two-handed or whatever. Oh shit, actually wait, that math is wrong, because I think it's still geared for two-handed.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Because it says
The
D10.
quickest way
Yeah, it
right
says
now
D10.
is just to go in and change the damage to strength one-handed, then re-roll the damage. And just make sure you switch it back to two-handed when you're doing melee. We'll make you...
Yeah, there you are, there you are. Just strength.
Are you good? Okay, he's good. For 26 points of damage. That fucking hurts. Okay.
Oh, and you know what? I'm gonna make it explode too.
But
Okay,
of
so
kills.
you throw a halberd, you get back a club. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Let me see. What was that damage on that?
That doesn't do anything on a crit, right? I gotta stop making.
No,
custom
I don't
weapons.
believe so. 44. Okay.
God. Okay, so a total of 37 damage.
Yes.
Wowzers.
I don't know if you guys realize that 37 damage is a lot.
Yeah, no, it
Like,
is.
that's a lot,
why
a
I said
lot.
wowzers.
Just for one, it already got bit. Like, it already got beat up by its roommate. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, yeah. So, so he throws a tangle out. This thing raises up all of a sudden, like pulling at roots and other shit that's like wrapping around it. Like snaps at them and looks up right as this fucking halberd whips through the air, and it ducks aside just in time to not get hit in the eye. But that means it still gets hit in the side of the head, and that like big fucking light explosion that goes off, you see a bunch of blood spray. There's like a few scales that scatter off. You can like hear the loud screech of pain from this creature when it reels from that blow. That one was bad. And then Eli, you cast your spell, which was up here.
Yeah, way up there now.
Illusory Maze. It has to make a DC 18 will save. Okay.
Is there...
That's got your like illusion bonus thingamajig in there?
It should.
No?
It should.
Okay.
I believe I added it to all my illusion spells.
Thank goodness.
All
I have to do is roll not that. Not
yeah,
a 4.
DC +1.
Don't worry
I
about dog. Don't worry about big dog.
I mean,
rolled a
yeah,
4.
but I'm gonna just double check anyways for later.
I rolled a 2 and a 4. Okay, so he gets hit in the face by an exploding halberd. First of all, the grass attacks him when he's about to eat. Listen, guys, he sat down to eat. Okay? Maybe he was mean mugging his mashed potatoes or something, but that's not a crime. All right? He was like making faces at it. Maybe he was thinking about an argument he had earlier where he didn't say what he should have said, and now he's just like, man, I should have told him.
I mean,
you
legit,
bitch
like,
ass.
on the way to get
I run
his
this
food.
shit to his broccoli and cauliflower and shit. He was doing that. You know, he was psyching himself up. And then he got hit in the face with an exploding halberd. What?
Somebody named the rabbit broccoli.
Oh,
God.
God.
Animals and stuff. So, because you said broccoli.
I hope they didn't name it. I would name this one broccoli. No, you don't. No, we're not going to name him.
No,
We're not going to name him.
yeah.
We're not
No,
gonna
we're
do
not
that.
doing that.
This is a bad rabbit. He committed crimes.
Sure,
and
Tommy.
is mean to other rabbits. Right?
Why broccoli's his name?
So-
He's the worst vegetable. I'm joking. I actually like
love
broccoli a lot.
I like
right?
broccoli.
So he's mean mugging his food. Maybe he's going over an argument he had in his head. And he gets hit in the face with a halberd, which is bad. Sorry, wait, no, let me restart. He sat down, talked shit to his food, and basically his chair and floor attacked him out of nowhere. They started grabbing at him without his consent. Hey, fuck off me, right? And when that's happening, then he gets hit in the face with a halberd that was flying. There was not a person that hit him. There was just like through the air, out of nowhere, slices into the side of his head. He's like, no, wait, stop! You broke the rules. Then it explodes. Literally blows up in a flash of destructive light. Probably deafens him in that left ear, which they don't have like big ears, but like it went in his head. So that happens, and while he's reeling from that, trying to figure out what the fuck his day just became, he looks up and he's in a goddamn labyrinth. That was not there. His food is still there. His shit is still right in front of him. But there's like walls turning all over the place and stuff. He's having a bad day. Lucky for him, Brong did not ready an attack of any kind. Hattie did. There was an attack on him. She's just throwing something. So we're gonna roll her throw. This is pretty easy swing for her. I don't know if this is right though. Did I could have fucking sworn I fixed her shit. Oh, I didn't fix that. Okay. That was incorrect. Got it. Okay. That makes more sense. She's third now. Yeah, that's right. Damn.
My power flickered too.
Yeah. Okay. Mine too. Yeah.
Okay.
Did everybody's power flicker?
Yeah. It looks like it was just lights. We're still live. That didn't hit the internet. Cool.
Yeah,
we're good.
it's still it was lights.
Whew. All right. Lucky thing. Anyway, so yeah, she's got that. I'll make sure her stuff's right. That looks more accurate.
Did it again.
We good.
I didn't do it that time.
Only has to get AC 10. She did. Cool. So she throws the net up there. That's kind of hard to see, but I think you guys should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a name so it's easier.
Net.
Save. There you go.
Janet.
Nets. Sweet. So there's that. She throws that out there.
Mary.
Unfortunately, breaks her stealth.
Antoinette. No.
Wow. That does unfortunately break her stealth, but that's okay because the 8 ink rolled god awful.
We don't have to roll back, but I was wrong. That damage is multiplied on a critical hit for the burst.
Roll 44, please.
Huh?
Roll 4d4.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Like I said, we don't have to. Okay.
It's not. It's fine. 9. Okay. 9. More. Yeah.
Nine.
Brother, that shit hurted. That's all. That shit hurted. That is all I can tell you, bro.
The shit.
He's straight up not having a good time. Also, I forgot he was flat-footed for all of that, which I don't know if it matters that much because he's so big. But
Big man. Big boy.
yeah, he'll get to bite someone. Wait, no, he won't. He can only move 5 feet because of the maze.
Yep. Because of the maze.
Amazing.
And he's in difficult terrain.
Yeah, because of the grass.
Yeah.
Feels weird it being grass. Can it be cattails or something?
Yeah, there's cattails. There's like, all
Right.
type of stuff.
It just feels weird when it's like, oh, the grass is now like, prairie grass,
Technically, that is a grass too, I believe.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
yeah.
It is a
yeah.
grass.
They don't taste good is the issue. Yeah.
They
I do
expanded
like
them out.
videos of people trying to bite them.
Yeah.
That is funny.
That is quality internet content.
I need someone to animate someone eating one and being satisfied. Like the thing we've all wanted as children. It's
Hey, AI.
Yeah,
right. Anyway, that is children, but they do look like they'd be fun to bite until you look at them closely.
It's fun to whack against a tree and watch it go.
I think that is. Oh God, yeah, that's all. That's it. Okay, top of the initiative. Lamia gets to go again. Are we all so happy?
All right. Swift action to call back my now club.
Yep. So you guys see her. You just see the headless halberd now reappear in her hand.
Headless halberd. Sorry.
Can I throw the club? I don't think I can I?
Oh my God, you're right. You can't throw the.
Okay, so
you
then-
can, but it's improvised, right? You can still throw it,
okay.
but it won't. You'll have a
-4,
minus
right?
4 for it being improvised.
But
Which we also forgot the -2 because this is in your second range increment,
oh, you're right.
but it's fine.
Luckily,
It
that was a
actually would've still
critical hit.
Yeah, it still would have hit, and it was still confirmed. So
Yeah. Okay, so -4 plus so -6, but I have a +2 from the weapon, or not +2, +1 from the weapon, and +1 from the high ground.
Sure.
So it's still -4.
yeah, if you're gonna throw it again,
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it again.
God damn it.
Yeah, Lamia was furious. She was upset.
Oh my lord.
We were gonna save these animals just
my
before. Sam, why'd you wait?
lord.
Stop.
Roll to see if you confirm.
Bruh. Bro, that's 3 nat 20s on stuff because initiative,
Yeah.
first
Mhm.
attack,
Oh.
second
Okay,
attack.
it's not confirmed critical at least.
Are you keeping a 15?
I don't.
I don't
He's
think
still
the
don't
AC.
say
flat-footed.
19.
Yeah, no.
He's
Yeah,
still
I'm-
flat.
Oh, it's flat-footed.
He hasn't
Flat-
Oh,
acted.
you're right.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Sure.
Do it. Do it. Damn. Okay.
Okay,
so
no.
15. It does not confirm. Okay, it does hit. It still hits.
Oh my god.
But does not confirm. Make sure you check the strength thing because you just get single.
Bruh.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
Bruh.
That is still on two-handed melee, so let me change that. I'm sorry.
He takes 9 more. He's took a lot of 9s. He's took a lot of 9s. Oh wait, no, that was the other one that took all the 9s. He's regretting winning that fight so hard right now.
Okay.
We took another 9. So that was your standard. You still have a standard. You're swifting your standard. You still have a standard and a move.
Okay. I'll turn my move into a swift and bring back my great club,
Uh huh.
and then I'll try again. Though this time it would be a bigger minus, right?
Yeah, it's
'Cause
still
it's the
iterative attacks
second-
at this point. Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. No. 2E blindness. This is a totally separate attack action. This is not an iterative attack, so you're still at max BAB.
Okay.
So it's the same.
So minus
same exact-
4.
-4, yeah. Dude.
What the fuck is going on
Come here,
here?
look at this. Come here.
I
You're
think
not
you
in
broke roll 20.
I think she can only roll 20s on the first attack.
No.
Look right here.
No.
Broke
Look right here.
roll 20.
All right.
right
Let me try and confirm.
Look
at this.
Harley. Hi,
Look
buddy.
at this.
I think I confirmed, guys.
What is this bullshit? Harley, what is this
Harley,
bullshit?
Oh my gosh. What a good
What is
boy.
this bullshit? He's
I
like,
was
I don't know,
sleeping.
but I was asleep. Yeah.
I think you confirmed as well.
It's rainy and
23 was
thundery.
what
I was
confirmed
sleeping.
last time.
Sam's like, I got my arrows. I can bleed it. We can draw this out. Oh, it's dead.
Here's okay. So a 23 is that magic number that doesn't work on it.
Oh,
Because
well,
it's a
I didn't
2
know.
number.
It's the number
At a
At
23.
least I
right
won't
after?
hit on a 10.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like a big Jim Carrey fan. He really liked that movie, so he took like
Yeah,
a feat where
a feat called the number 23.
okay, he takes 26 more damage.
Also, like low-key, I really did enjoy that movie.
I think I saw it once and then haven't watched it since. So I don't remember any of it.
Same.
I've
Yeah,
watched
I've seen it
multiple
once.
times.
It was good. It was
I enjoyed
good.
it.
Lamia's done this turn.
Are you
Because
sure?
she can't-
Are
Yeah,
you
'cause I took-
sure?
I did a standard, I did a swift, and I turned my move into a swift. So,
You're done.
and with my other standard, I attacked again. So,
It that last throw. Okay, so remember how I described the exploding part? Like it turned its face so it didn't hit it in the eye.
Yeah.
Did you like throw the fucking club that like hits it like in the neck area? It reels from that, and then while it's reeling, you throw it again, and that one hits it in the eye. The eye fucking basically explodes out of its head. Like that one landed flush. There's just a spray of like blood and fluid that comes out, and it like starts thrashing on the ground. Like you can imagine like if someone like you hit something and you start like kicking and flailing around when it hurts really bad, it's doing that. It is very hurt. Okay. I only need to survive. Eli, it's your turn.
Hey, it's my turn. So I'm gonna gloombind bolt. That is so hard to say. Anyways,
You're doing the. You know, you could do Never mind. Well,
all right.
you do have to roll an attack. I need the attack
I
roll.
do. Here it is.
For what is it? 2 bolts?
It's real bad. It's real bad. It's the opposite of Lamia's.
It is
Lamia's sucking all her luck, like she sucked the
you have
blood out
what?
of that poor half
You have
dead
2
ox.
bolts though, right?
I do have 2 bolts. Yeah.
So that's your first one goes wide because it starts flailing or whatever when you fire it. It's just you weren't expecting it to just drop and start flipping out. So the first one's off
my second
target.
one's a lot better.
The second one's versus touch.
I'm gonna roll luck just in case.
Fuck.
19.
Okay, a 19 versus touch, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's touch.
Oh, that hits.
All right.
That hits.
So 1 bolt is what? It's 46. Yeah. Each bolt is 46, and then it has to make a reflex save where it's blinded for 1 round. Ooh, Darmaka.
Look, if Sam doesn't get to get one hit
in
on this
like,
8-ike, he's not going to feel happy about this kill, okay? His whole deal was like, nah, I got to go do it myself, you know?
I did 16 with my 46.
Oh, my lord.
He's her. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, that was what? That was, I forgot to put that in. Okay. There's 15. Oh shit, where's this? Where's the sheet? There he is. There he is. There he is. What is his? Eli. I need you to describe your kill.
Oh my god!
Son of a bitch.
Sam. So it's a gloombind bolt, and it does that thing where it's just, like the shadow power, so it hits it and it just kind of washes over it as it hits where it kind of goes to the eyes to blind it. The bolt starts to just eat away at it, and it just starts to like flake and burn with that like almost strange otherworldly power of the shadow plane.
So yeah, you watch that happen, and what's left of like where that hit, you can see it looks like it's been drained of color as the thing crashes, like it like raises way up, trying to like shake this stuff off, and then goes still and topples back over, doesn't move.
I'm just standing there like, did we get it?
Sorry, I like to imagine this as spear, 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 arrow, arrow, and you're like, oh,
right. It does not move.
If nobody attacks, I guess if it gets to my turn, I'm gonna try and do a check to see if it's dead. If nobody else does anything.
Well, let's see. Hattie would be making her way back up. For her.
Because if it looks like it falls in whatever I'm gonna drop on it, it's like, oh.
Yep, she makes it up. That's her turn. Farbrong would have been like help her, so I actually would have spared her some movement. Then for his turn, his first thing would be he's gonna throw a fucking spear into it. So we'll just see if he actually hits it.
Because this would also like help me confirm, like, oh, he got speared and it didn't react at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
These have range of 20. Yeah. 75. High ground. Yeah. So we should set a -2. So it's a total of -1. Let's just then go. There it is. Yeah. he makes contact with it. So yeah, you see Farbrong fucking huck this short spear into the side of this thing, and it does not react. I think it's dead. There's a slight tinge of disappointment to his voice. He says that.
Yeah. I go, oh. Damn.
Oh wow. These were a little less fierce than I was expecting. It's not a good way to say that. They're very scary, and if I was over there, it might have chomped on me. I guess I should reiterate that Lamia is significantly more fierce than I recalled.
We'll hear
Lamia's
animals
halberd
making noises.
reforms.
You'll hear the animals down there making noises, of course.
Yeah.
Hey Sam, can you mercy kill that one?
No.
No. He's like, we're getting the second 8 ink over here.
Basically.
I wasn't being serious.
I was when we talked about like if it goes down really quickly, we'll try and kill the other one. And
All
we're
right. I mean,
basically we didn't take any damage. We used a spell slot or like 3 spell slots or whatever,
it's
you know, like
true.
and a spear. I got to figure out how to get this other 8 ink over here now.
Yeah, that's the hard part. How are we gonna
Right.
lure it?
Because
Especially
we had
like,
plans for
like-
one. So I'm gonna
my roommate's not back yet. Weird.
yeah, I'm gonna dismiss my entangle. And I'll say in character. No, and it goes away. I don't know.
Then in that case, we just gotta sit around for a minute, and the maze will go away.
Yeah.
Well, the maze was only in his head, remember?
Yeah, that's true. I guess it
Zoom
only
out a
affects.
little bit.
Yeah, it's a figment, right? Or not a figment,
Yeah, it is a figment,
It is a
but
figment,
it's
yeah.
an area of effect though. So yeah, as long as
Yeah.
nothing else comes into that, it's fine. Yeah,
It's
Yep.
Yeah, it's true. It's an area.
yeah. But anyways, it's only a round per level, so it's going to be gone very quickly as we're talking.
Yeah. I'm gonna move over here next to Lamia. Yeah, because it's like, oh shit, that one's dead.
Oh, but also you guys know it's an you auto disbelieve because you know it's an illusion. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
even
going
if
to
it
go away.
was a thing, it wouldn't matter for you.
That gives me the range for that area.
We don't have to worry about map positioning immediately, but
Yeah.
what are you going to try to do?
Well, I have 2 ideas. They're not good. Either I try to unleash some magical arrows towards the vicinity of its dam to try and like show that I guess that we are hostile and we're trying to damage its home or whatever. That way it may lure it out to attack. Or I got the fishing rod on me and I might just cast it in there and start talking hot shit. And see if that works. Again, speak with animals kind of sort of works with it, but not really, you know?
Right.
And that
Hey,
depends
how-
on if it's still in the water, you know?
Are we gonna descale the 8 ink down here, or
I mean, we're gonna have to skin it somehow.
Okay.
Because we need, yeah.
sorry, I was
I
just
mean,
thinking like, how are we gonna take this body back? But no, okay.
I don't think we're taking the body back. I think we're gonna field dress it and take the skin back. I don't know. Is it possible to take a body back of one of these 8 ink? This may not be a question for now, but
That's a very broad. Yes.
yeah.
Is it possible for you? Maybe. You
Yeah.
know, is it, like you have to get it up these 2 drops through the hills back to where or you get your mounts closer and then try to drag it or something. But
Yeah. We could also go back to the village and be like, yo, we got him. Y'all want him? But yeah. Because I don't know if they would eat 8 ink meat, but you know, shit. Try anything once.
Yeah,
anyway.
only one way to know.
But what I'm doing now is also secret option 3 is I go down and heal the tribute package. Cast one of my spells on it to heal the hurt poor animal down there.
Do you like investigate it at all when you're, because it sounds like you do go down there, right?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll slide down.
Yeah, do you like inspect the thing at all, or
see
focused on
how
the water?
damaged they are, or like if they're mostly dead or what. I'll go ahead.
Obviously scared still, of course. Like they shrink away from you immediately. The one, now you see it. You see that one of the rabbits does look more hurt than the others. Like it looks almost like it's been squished. Like the initial look at it, you thinking like, okay, one rabbit's dead. But when you're like standing there for a minute, you can kind of see that it is still moving slightly. It's not just wind or rain. You can just barely hear these like really raspy, fast breaths. Like but it's very hurt. It's probably
Right, I look
going
behind
to
me.
die if you don't do anything.
I see if anybody's looking at me.
I mean, I imagine they're watching. They're all watching you. Like, there's nothing else to look at.
Y'all keep an eye out for the 8 I'm gonna cast Cure Light Wounds on the mostly dead rabbits.
Okay. I think you're just gonna fully heal it. I don't think it has many hit points.
Yeah, I'm rolling to see if I get it back though. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because I took 2 of them because I could take 2 of them, so I wanted to see how much that I get back.
Oh yeah, it has 3 HP.
Yeah.
Basically took
It is
like enough non-lethal damage that it almost died. Is essentially what just happened. Oh, look at that. Got a butt.
I got it.
A boat.
Thank you, buddy.
Noise. Thank you. Okay, so you heal it. It immediately you watch like the chest expand. It like ears twitch. It like pops up. It healed all of its other like painful wounds and stuff that were on it as well. So it's back to full health. Now, granted, it is still afraid of you, so it doesn't like approach or anything. But it does. You can tell it's good again. Now, granted, this like wicker thing that they've been put in is pretty fucked up. Like if you leave it long enough, they're definitely gonna escape.
Yeah.
Wounded at all, they'll still definitely get out. Unless you decide to sit there and repair it for a minute.
Yeah, that I was also debating on that. Yeah, if somebody else is keeping an eye out for 8 Ink, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can twist this thing back into shape enough to like keep them from just like, oh, there's a me-sized hole. I'm going to run, Like,
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. You don't have any craft skills, I don't believe, right?
not really. Not
Okay,
not that pertain to this.
Give me a quick intelligence check. It's
Right.
it's not the hardest thing to fix, but it's still.
I've never seen
5.
one of these in my life.
Are you keeping your 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not rolling
It's
much on this.
it's not the most complex thing, right? You kind of get a few other like reeds and things you can find in there and just sort of faction them to keep it mostly obstructed. You know, if they try hard enough, they'll definitely be able to get out.
Yeah.
But you're hoping that just the fact that it looks closed enough it will deter them, because it won't just like fall off. But it is what it is.
It's like, oh yes, this is dried wood here, and this is green reed, which could be pushed through. Like,
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But hey, if it looks closed, it is closed to some things.
exactly, like how you contain cows and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Cattle
So,
guards? No.
So you get it mostly repaired. The net's still floating out there on the water.
Mhm.
So far, no signs of the other 8 Ink. There's this dead one.
Well,
While you're down there, you
Let's
get the
see.
thing fixed. you do hear a kind of rumble come from the throat of the 8 next to you that makes you just, oh shit, but realize it's just settling.
Gas escaping.
While you're, I have to run to the restroom real fast. I'll be right.
I'll go ahead and reclaim the spear that got thrown into it, and toss it back up in that general vicinity.
Absolutely.
And trying to think if I should fish this net out as well. Let's try to roll the same game plan. You know.
You can. You know, you'd probably have to wait like a few days.
Yeah, a few days.
Because it's already been hurt.
Yeah.
It's going to want to recover. It's going to be much more wary. That kind of thing.
I guess a good question to ask is: does this look like the same 8 ink? These are the same 8 inks that we talked to before, right? Or I talked to.
You won't really be able to tell. Not enough differentiating.
It's like trying to tell one deer from another deer, you know, like whatever. But
yeah, after months of not seeing it, it's just not.
Yeah, it's not like I knew him real well either. Okay, I'm gonna leave the net there. Oh, theatrics. I'm not good at this, but I'm trying to lead. I'm gonna climb up on the dead 8 ink as like as one would climb on to a hill they've just conquered.
Okay. I do need an athletic.
Yeah. This is for theatrics.
Hide is quite slippery with blood and rain, and the water seems to just be rolling off of it, but that's enough. Bam climbs on top of it. Oh, sorry, were you saying something, Molly?
Can I do a quick perception check to look around to see if there's anything else around us? I'm not paying attention to where an 8 ink might be coming from. I'm paying attention to, is there anything out in the woods that's attracted to the cries and coming to see what it is, kind of thing.
Catoblepus.
That's what I was going to say. I was like, well, the Catoblepus wasn't around here, was it?
Yeah. Secret Catoblepus fight.
That was further.
No, that was in the woods near my house.
Yeah, the Catoblepus
bad ever happened.
No, it was the east. Yeah, it was way over east. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Perception 30. No. In fact, you don't see or detect any other wildlife in the area.
Okay.
Granted, this thing was thrashing and roaring, which is the kind of shit that's going to scare off even other predators. Like, these are apex. So.
And that's fine with me. I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't see anything. Cool. So Sam is on top of the dead 8 ink. Now what?
Sweet. No. Even though I did. Okay. Yeah, I think for maximum effect, I'm gonna throw not the pole, but I'm gonna cast the I forget what it's called, the fishing pole that lets me talk to animals. Okay. It's in my inventory.
Yeah, your magic fishing rod. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that in there, and might work, might not, but I can't think of how to do this in character because it is Sam trying to act like a badass.
Figure it out. I gotta know what you got. What you're gonna say to it.
Be like, I'm Samuel. I live, bitch. Goodbean.
Yeah. Oh, puny wretch! Look how weak you've become. You sat while you filled your bellies with gifts, while I hunted and toiled and became stronger than you. It is I now that sits at the top. Unless you think you can best me as well.
Give me an intimidate check.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know it can't respond.
Hey, look, these
but-
fish are going to be terrified if there's fish in here. They're like, I ain't biting that lure. Hey, that's pretty good.
18?
Yeah,
keeping the
yeah.
18?
Yeah, let me think for a second, because I'm also looking bluff. Okay, bluff. Okay, is the favorite enemy thing, not intimidate. But yeah, okay. I was checking because I was like, what does that count? I don't remember. I knew it was one of those things.
Yeah, but since it's not,
Yeah.
keep it around.
Do y'all mind if I roll look? See if I hit 20?
Go for it.
Ooh,
19.
oh well. 19.
Okay, you know it can't respond, so
Yeah, yeah.
you say that.
It's just to see how effectively intimidate.
Yeah, nothing happens immediately. I'm not sure how long you're gonna sit there.
See if I hurt its pride. Yeah. I'll go ahead and reel it back. Ooh, my internet connection's unstable.
Yep,
it popped up again.
That's Oklahoma today.
Yep.
I go and
Whole ass state.
reel back again. And I will draw my bow. Yeah, bow seems like a good idea.
Okay, so you're standing on top of the dead end ink with your bow drawn.
Yeah.
So far, you haven't seen any kind of response. I don't know how long you're willing to wait or anything.
Yeah.
But Ron,
Sorry, I'm looking at
Ron will shout over there. What are you doing?
I'm trying to lure the other one out.
Is the whisper spell not working?
I forgot. I forgot.
Underwater.
It's perfect.
Mhm. Let me look at this spell effect real quick. Because I'm trying to remember what it does. Brain. I just had it. Okay.
Like, you guys do know one of the reasons we beat that so quickly and efficiently is because we got it by surprise.
Yeah. And this one was more beat up than that one, though. So, or this last one.
The
this
one
is
you
all
beat was one
whisper.
at higher health.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
This
the
next
that
one will
away
be
was
it lost.
slightly more
So
hurt. Yeah, but maybe it won't roll a 2 on its initiative.
That's true.
I mean, you never know.
Yeah, I will do. I'll fire one of my Deadeye arrows. But I'm using the second effect, not the first effect. So I have to
Boop it.
Yeah. I'm booping the spell even though I don't have it. You know, whatever. It's one of the stored ones.
Yeah, I need the description.
Damage modifier doesn't matter because I'm doing the second part. Yeah, beacon. Yeah, when you throw or fire the arrow straight up. Oh, straight up. Yeah.
Holy symbol. Okay, yeah. So you're gonna shoot it up in the air to make a big, loud crack of thunder and lightning.
Yep, and it resembles the symbol of Mr. Gaia.
Okay.
Or because this is a specific stored because of a specific quiver. I don't know if this quiver is associated with a different god or goddess.
The quiver doesn't matter; it's still your spell.
Somebody else doesn't.
You're
Okay,
your
just
spell
making sure.
in the quiver, yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure because it's like, oh, that's not.
Find it.
for 1 round. Okay, so like 6 seconds. Mhm. Ellie, with that, unless are you figuring out something, or am I good to go with?
I was trying to do a thing. I'm trying to drag a damn symbol over. Okay, so you're doing that. You fire that up. You can go ahead and see if you recover it. Or never mind, not recover it. You just spin the arrow.
Yeah. I need to take that off my
Mr. Guy's symbol.
Did an arrow. Woo!
Big ass electric tree when you shoot up there.
Why is this
with a moon?
It just erupts. There's this like loud peal of thunder as it spreads through the sky, clearly visible to all of you. And then you hear Verbrong's voice, both in like the whisper and he's still talking kind of loud. Just, it's more likely to scare them.
I was like, yeah, but they're little punk bitches as well. No, paraphrased. And I'll continue to yell, this time without the thing. I'll just be like, fine then, you cowardly, whatever.
You cowardly whatever, okay.
Yeah. This is now my territory.
Okay. You yell that across the water.
Yeah.
Okay. You get no reaction.
Sam, do you want me down there? Well, I guess you can skin the 8 ink.
Yeah, here in a minute. If it's not gonna pop up.
Just make sure the net stays over there, so if it comes up, at least it can't bite you.
Yeah.
I'll come help. It's going to be a lot of work skinning that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys get to work on trying to break down. Are you just skinning it, or are you going to try to actually like break it down fully? Are you trying to like field dress it? What's the?
I'll ask people's opinions. I mean, really, we're just after the skin, right? We're just after the skin.
Like the hide,
is that what it
that's
needs?
Like the fur, the scales. Yeah. It does have claws. It has like the things in this culture they use everything. Yeah. So there could be uses for other stuff too. It's just like how prepared are you?
Well,
to
I was making sure
shit?
what minimum we want and what's the maximum we could get. Yeah, or we want to go. So minimum we want to get.
It'll take us 4 hours to get back to where we were.
Yeah.
If you're going back to the village, yes.
Yeah.
So
you could also set up camp if you're going to camp out here somewhere.
Yeah. Do we know if, in my research, if 8 inks are cannibalistic?
I mean, I would say with what you guys know about them, there's no reason they would not eat each other if they got a chance.
Yeah. I just figured.
Yeah.
Because it depends on like how clean I'm gonna pick this thing as well, or try to. At least.
Like you're pretty sure if you leave a bunch of this thing behind, the other one's probably gonna eat it.
Okay.
I'd be like, "That's what you get, you dumbass bitch."
Yeah, Greg. That's what you get for hitting me, you asshole. No, yeah, I figure why not? Let's go for the maximum. Let's try and clean this thing as good as we can.
Okay. You're gonna
I
try
mean,
to do
I
that
don't think we're gonna be
all
taking like
now?
internal organs. Y'all want to? Again, I'm throwing this out to the group.
That's up to you. I'm just gonna be down there guarding you because hey, its friend could decide.
Oh, so you're not gonna help?
Mhm.
So it's just gonna be him and Hattie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna help. I'm gonna stand here and keep watch.
Yeah, Verbron can
Veron can help.
yeah can be
Unless you want to do something
either
else.
moving material guy or like it's like
But he's again
literally
also
just
a ranger.
helping. Yeah, moving. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
He is a ranger, but he's also probably going to be really good for hey, hold this, or hey, lift
Yeah.
this, or hey,
Yeah.
Hey,
But
look,
this
it's
is
not a fun
If
thing.
it was you by yourself, this would be easily 8 hours of work.
Yeah, it's not a fun
It's
thing to know.
not
but
you
like,
by yourself.
in cleaning
It will be less.
a deer, there is a guy that has to catch the guts. You know,
You
When
need
you
a gut
clean-
catcher.
Yeah, you
And
do.
if you're
These are big
generally
guts.
speaking, if you're
Yeah.
the young person on a hunt, you get elected as
You
the
get
gut
the dirty
catcher.
jobs. Yeah, because that's what
I think that's
they had to do when they were. Yeah, But,
Veron is older than all of you.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, Sam. No,
yeah.
gut
Uh,
catcher.
Hey, unless we end up cleaning the 8 ink like we do rabbits, at that point that's just like a weird. Okay, we gotta squeeze
If
it.
you could do that to
Yeah, I
a
was gonna say, I don't
creature
think-
that size,
Yeah.
I have questions.
Sam
You need
has
a
two
giant.
helpers.
He has two.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, yeah, we'll try and clean it.
It's still going to be a multi-hour job.
Yeah.
Like it's going to take a while. With two helpers, just because it's so big and you're not in optimal conditions. Yada yada yada. Cool.
Did you help
So-
the animals?
I
had to go pee when you
cure
did
wound
that.
one
Yeah, he cured the rabbit that was almost dead.
sneakily.
Okay.
I guess I should.
Sneakily. Yeah, your
Yeah.
spell with verbal components. You sneakily cured
Yeah. I guess before we clean that would be the more pressing issue, wouldn't it?
Yeah. What if you're gonna?
Because I don't want him just to be dead.
Yeah, you have the benefit of knowing that the other one will have to come out eventually,
Yeah.
right?
I might as well. How many
like there's
animals?
space in its den that it can go, like it can come up to breathe, so it won't need to come out to breathe, but to like catch food, move around, whatever else, like it will. So
There are quite a bit of animals in there, right? Was there like 5?
how many? What? So animals? Yeah, about 5.
About
Go
5,
4
okay.
rabbits. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got one of the rabbits already. I'm just gonna do a heal check to see if I can, a multiple heal check if I can, to see if I can at least stop their dying. Shit,
Yeah, they're not actively dying. It's almost worse in that they're just
Yeah,
purposely
perpetually hurt.
wounded. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can stop that at least.
Okay. So are
Is
you
that gonna be like
using,
multiple heal checks or?
Heal checks?
Yeah.
Technically you would be, because they're stable, so it's not like a first aid thing.
Okay.
You would be trying to restore hit points, which is a treat deadly wounds. That's gonna be an
Alright,
hour per
so-
animal. So
Cure light wounds it is. I'll see how many I
Well,
get.
I was like, so it's like technically what you can do is long term care them, so they'll recover faster. That is a light activity. You can do other stuff while doing that, but that's gonna be, they need a full rest or whatever to get the benefits of that.
Yeah. I'm gonna hit some cure light wounds, and if I run out too quickly, then hey, at least most of I'll get at least 2 more.
You have a wand.
I do. I ain't spending that on this.
Okay, that's fine.
Look, okay. One of these animals is a snack for you later, probably. Yeah, cure light wounds on one of them. This one down.
One down.
Cure light wounds on another one.
I'm assuming that's a rabbit, or is that a goat?
This is going rabbit. Hey, you got that one back.
Rabbit, okay. So there's one more rabbit, and then
One
there's
more rabbit and a goat. Yeah. So let's do last rabbit.
He's healed.
all the rabbits they're no longer screaming.
They are. They're just drugged now.
Mhm. All right, good. Big thunder.
Big Thunder is right.
Now I'm debating whether or not to use that wand just to have it over with, because it has 50 charges. Yeah.
Yep.
I zap it.
Yeah, just use the wand on the goat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to have it done
Well,
with.
let's see.
Thin baton, single use of the 4th level spell, consisting of 4th level or lower.
HP, it's fully healed. No, it isn't. Not necessarily. Sorry, it has more than. Okay, yeah, 1d8 plus 1 then.
8. I think, does it count
It's fully
as
healed.
counts as a spell? Correct. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it is not a potion. It's not a potion.
Yeah, just because of my healing thing.
I know.
All right. Animals, good.
They are all healthy now. They're
Yeah,
still
it's
they're
time
still loopy from the drugs,
Yeah.
but they are healthy.
Animals are they're no longer in significant pain.
No pain. They're just high now.
Yeah.
Having fun.
They are still making noise, just not noises that would be normal for an animal to make in that situation. You don't know what the hell they're seeing.
Are we doing a survival check to break this thing down?
It will be, yes. So this is you three. What is... So that will be... Who else? Who's to spare? Just Eli? Are you just also keeping an eye out, or are you going to try to set up a camp, or what? It was 4 hours here, plus all that planning. We'll say took, what, maybe an hour and a half? Been out 5.5 hours. This is going to take several hours, and you know it's at least 4 hours back.
I'll start getting to work on making sure camp's set up. But I'm gonna be slow going because I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a lot of it. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
being very cautious. Taking my time, looking around.
Okay. I mean, you have a lot of time to set up camp, so it's a thing you can definitely do. Yeah. Cool. So you're doing that, and then you're working with 2 helpers. So Sam, that is survival plus 3. Sorry.
Okay.
On my info.
I get +4 because it's a magical beasts. So
Isn't that to track it? This is not tracking.
no, it's not track. Hold on.
I think that's to tracking, isn't it? For survival check.
Means a +2 bluff knowledge, perception,
Against
sensitive, and survival
creatures.
checks against creature of selected type. Does not state.
I think that applies here.
Because I think tracking is like in favor
Well,
of terrain.
tracking would be opposed, so that would work, right? And the in favor terrain also has its own thing,
Yeah.
but tracking is an opposed check. So that would make sense since motive is against. Knowledge is not really opposed.
I'll let you make that
You're like,
decision
yeah.
on that.
Yeah. Like, yeah, knowledge is like the closest thing in this case for like the type of skill check we're doing here. I mean, I know it says survival in there. You know what? Yeah, go ahead and take +4. The +4
Okay.
on this one. I think it's fine. Makes sense. You know how to take one apart.
So 7 total?
So it's a
'Cause
total
3
of
from health.
+7. Yeah.
Always to roll like a 1 or something. Okay. Yeah, 3, but still,
Oof.
I'd like it as high as possible in case I do roll bad.
Yeah, that's a that's a bad roll. Okay, are you keeping your total of 26?
Yeah. Even though I could hit that 30, I think this is fine.
Excuse me. Okay, I'll find my. There it is. It did not take me up there. God damn it. Where is my info? God damn you. There we go. Okay, your main focus is hide first and foremost. Oh my god, this is not what I asked for. Okay, where'd it go? Okay, oh, here it is. There it is. Hide. Does the first thing. The 26th. Okay. This motherfucker is pretty difficult to skin, first of all. You know that there are probably some other methods that may have helped. Like, honestly, it's a little too big, but if you had, like, boiling water, it might help some to, like, separate just the way that its hide and stuff worked on it. Where, like, the scales are and everything else, like, it's very odd. Just the way this creature is put together. But you make do with what you've got. Thankfully, you have experience, you have a really strong person, you have a sense of helping hands. So you guys are getting through it. It does take a full, just to get the hide off of this thing, it does take you a full 3 hours of work. Because you're having to be so careful. Well, yeah, because it's not like you're just trying to...
Yeah.
You're not trying to get at the stuff inside it. This is, like, the most important part. But you do eventually get this thing completely skinned. You have, like, the full hide taken off of it. It is a little damaged, obviously just from the fight and everything. But luckily for you, most of those blows were to the face. So, other than, like... some of the like other wounds from the other 8 and its own just scars and other shit it's got on it. It's a pretty nice hide. It is a lot of it, of course.
Sorry, I like to imagine one of Harley's stuffed animals, like chew toys, where like right. Just the head is decimated, but the rest of it's fine. Like right? Duck, or like right. The several other things that he had.
Yeah, his damn turkey or like whatever else.
Yeah.
So face pretty fucked up, but like the rest of it you managed to get off of it. And you can imagine this hide is like, you know, an extra square out from like the whole area of the creature. So it's a lot of stuff. But you do get it off of there. And like the rest of it's obviously still there. You're gonna try to get as much as you can. 3 hours later, we said it was 4. Hold on 1 second. Time. Yeah, okay. I imagine about that point, you guys break to have like a meal or something like that. There's like a break you guys have to take because it's well into the afternoon by that point. And you have been traveling and then fighting and then working so far. I don't know if there's any RP or anything you guys want to have while you take your break, or if you're just kind of chat a little bit and then you get back to it.
Lami would want to pet one of the bunnies.
Okay, but
calm down, George.
You give me a handle animal.
That's okay. I got it, Panda. As you chuckle at your own terrible joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it lets you. It's fine. It's also high. So it's pretty easy. It was very low. It was a very low DC.
I appreciate that.
Look, man, Rabbit's eyes are already like all pupil. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine like
right?
Just
It's you can only tell from body language the fact that it's just like laying on its side.
a little bit of drool coming out of its mouth.
Like occasionally reaches up with one paw for no reason. He's high as fuck. Okay.
Sam will bring up the topic of meat on this animal. Should we eat this?
We're probably
well,
confused by the question, but continue.
I mean, like,
you're the one that studied it most, Sam.
yeah,
Did nothing you say anything about if their meat is healthy to eat or not?
I guess that would be a good point to bring up. Is that a more like I'm looking at it like a moral? You don't typically eat like tiger, and well, of course I don't know about people in this world, you know. I get like because eating predators is kind of a weird thing, you know.
Being a predator is not the issue, other than that they taste gross. It's the intellect.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah,
These
yeah.
are smart. These are intelligent creatures.
Yeah.
Most magical beasts are quite intelligent.
Yeah, because I have a certain level of awareness about them. It's like I feel weird eating Sherlock.
Sherlock looks at you like,
What do you mean about it?
you mean you thought about that? Like,
It's on the table.
You can fly, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to eat his head
Which-
like we do Harley.
let's be clear. Like, not everyone in this in the world or whatever necessarily knows 8-Ink are that intelligent,
Yeah.
right? Like person level intelligence. They might think they're smart for animals or whatever else because they're not going to sit here and go, "Oh, well, it's a magical beast," which means like that's just not how people understand things. But you're pretty like people probably have eaten them. You don't know if those hunters you talked to before because you didn't ask that question.
Yeah.
But like it's pretty reasonable to assume people have eaten them after hunts and whatnot. But you don't know what as far as you know, there's no like specific taboos that have come from this culture or this land of people against it. These would be personal because you know that they are intelligent. You know that you can, they can understand things about the same level as like a person would. A very dumb person, but still.
Would I eat Brandon? No. Sorry.
Mechanically, they have an intelligence of 5. It's extremely low. Like the lowest intelligence you're generally going to find in like a person is like a stick. But it's much higher than like a 1 or a 2 that's in like the limitation for animals.
Well, you know what? Enough of these things have tried to eat me. I think it's fair that we eat one back. Okay, that solved it for me in my head. I'll eat back.
Bite back, huh?
Yeah. Like this, bear rules don't exactly apply to 8-Ink.
I don't know if bears can fuck with 8-Ink, bro, but yeah.
Dire bears.
If I soup them up a little bit.
The most annoying Elden Ring enemy.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah, I forgot
Bears.
about literal dire bears in Elden Ring. Harder than any boss. They ain't got.
I was saying they may
Well,
not
one of
be
them is a
the
boss.
most challenging enemy, but they are seriously the most annoying.
Lady
You're just
Lady
walking
Aquila
around the
has
forest,
nothing on the
minding
dire
your
bear.
own
Nothing.
damn business, and then a bear charges you.
They're worth nothing. The only reason they get off the hook is because of the goddamn shrimp. But
Oh God, those
That's true.
freaking
With a railgun
rocket
attack.
stupid,
Sniper.
yeah,
bullshit.
bullshit.
I lost
Anyway.
my spot.
Yeah,
but we as
we'll
players
take some meat.
understand, right? We as players understand eating intelligent creatures is evil. Like it's a cosmic evil level. Not when I say that, I don't mean like it is the most evil thing. I mean like there's a like plainer distinction for certain things being of alignments on a like cosmic morality level. It is in the evil camp.
Ooh, okay. Well, that would change my decision as a player.
It doesn't make you. It does not
Yeah.
make you an evil person. It is an evil
I
act.
literally made a deal that if I do evil shit, somebody's gonna come after me.
Yeah.
You did do that.
Yeah.
But that is us
I'll be
as
okay with-
players understanding it.
But yeah.
In character, you also, I assume, would have that, like, okay, something that's smart eating it is probably not right, but you could still make that choice of, like, yeah, but fuck it.
Yeah.
You know, these things can try to eat us, and they've been extort this village, and it'll just go to waste, or the other one will eat it. I don't know how you want to reason it out.
Yeah. I'll work it like we don't want the other one to eat it, so I'm not gonna partake. But yeah, we'll take some meat. Worst case scenario, y'all can eat it, village can eat it, or Braun can have as much as he wants.
Yeah.
Wait, Braun, are you a vegetarian? I haven't asked. No.
What would make you think that?
I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I never thought to ask. Just looking
No.
ripped, needing the protein.
I don't understand why there's the option not to eat this creature.
Yeah, it's Nah, don't worry about it. I was just thinking about it out loud.
I'm not worried,
Yeah, we'll go and clean it.
really confused.
Hmm?
I'm not worried, merely confused.
Yeah. I just, have this thing about eating things I've talked to. And I think this is one of the ones I talked to. I can't really tell, but yeah.
Also, like, they're smart, right? Like, they're kind of really smart to be eating.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think they're going to.
Yeah. I'll leave it up to y'all. I guess
Uh,
the village would eat it too, but
They wouldn't they shouldn't if we also agree end up not eating this because we know that they're intelligent. Just because they wouldn't possibly know that they're intelligent doesn't mean the act still isn't evil.
I mean, they probably know. They might not care. You're assuming a lot about these people.
I mean, if we're wanting to get
but
some of
if
these bones, we still got to carve
take
through it.
to them. That's still not the good thing.
Yeah.
You
They might be
know?
like, dude, what the hell? Yeah. Yeah, we're
Especially
probably have
if
at
you
it
didn't
if you want
ask
some meat,
for
I
it.
guess, I'm just letting you know that we're probably going to abstain.
I mean, I guess if we had asked them or something.
But,
Your decision is strange. These creatures would have eaten us.
yeah.
Oh, in a
And
hut.
we are intelligent.
Yeah. But they're evil. They're
Yeah.
quite literally
They're
like,
beasts.
yeah.
Two
They're
wrongs
not,
don't
they're
make
not
a
good.
right for Bron, but 3 rights make a left.
This is what I was talking about. People disagree on what things are wrong or right.
Yeah.
I do not understand your qualm. This is a like or like creature which eats and tortures. We killed it in honorable combat. Sometimes we got surprised on it. But it is its duty to protect its territory, and it failed. This is simply the rule of the wild.
I mean, all of those statements are true, but we are not in the wild. I mean, we are, but I mean, we're not
He looks
of the
around.
wild. Yeah, we're supposed to be civilized folk.
Hmm.
To be honest, Verbrong, having Naloxifix in me for so long, eating things in general that have any kind of idea of what life is and even be able to torture things just stirs up my stomach in a messy way. But that's my perspective.
All of its ideas are evil by your own standards. Is it that you do not want to consume its wickedness?
You know, actually a little bit. Also, it probably just tastes like chicken. As I sniff it.
It smells pretty strong. It smells pretty strong.
Fishy chicken.
I'm gonna save me from myself. I'm gonna go put this cheese in the fridge.
Oh man.
I think it is wise to at least gather the meat. Perhaps if you are against taking it to the village, we could at least burn it or keep it from its comrade.
I mean, denying the other 8 a meal does sit well with me, so...
Or perhaps we could at least scatter it into the wild.
Oh yeah, letting the nature eat it up.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
Send it right back to nature. That's what they do, right?
If we leave it here, the other will consume it. And if you wish to return it to nature in a different way, I would find that acceptable.
I mean, I think that's a fine idea since we're already in the process of butchering it.
It is more work. But at least the cuts do not need to be, good.
Perfect.
Yes. We are merely scattering the carcass. I still do not understand your decision. I respect it.
Thank you, wrong.
Yeah, that's all anyone can ever really ask for, is respect.
Story has been with taste. Probably poor. Most predators taste foul.
Ugh. It
It's
looks
not
like it would
waiting on-
taste foul.
They're just waiting on the other one to come back.
Lami got to pet a bunny, so she's pretty happy.
Patty will say, that went about as good as I think it was going to go, you know?
I think so too, honestly.
I was a little worried. I had to run up really close to it to throw the net out there, and I was really glad that it was... I don't really know what it was, other than it was confused and getting hit with stuff. But you guys did a really good job. Oh, I was pretty scared.
I don't blame you, Hattie.
Yeah, these things are pretty scary. Honestly.
So big and just like mean. Did you see how it was looking at the animals?
Yeah, I did. I don't know, it kind of fueled my hits when I threw my halberd at it. The tension and torture essentially in that poor rabbit that got a little crushed. Not great. Wasn't super great.
It was pretty cruel. It was hard to focus. But at least it's dead. Hopefully we can kill the other one too. Would hate for the people here to have to keep feeding these things.
Yeah, we do too. But we might they might have to deal with that though, because we don't know how long we have, and the last time Sam spoke about it last, it wouldn't necessarily come out until days.
Yeah, it has to get hungry enough. Which, I don't know. Hopefully only a day or two it would take. And it's gonna need to eat something. It's gonna be hard to recover if it's starving.
Would a day or two be okay, Verbrong?
A long journey. We have already dallied longer than I like.
But if the other one stays here, what if it gets more aggressive?
That is the villager's task to deal with. Not save everyone from every problem. We have reduced their problems by hand. It's a good thing.
Yeah, there's a good thing, but if we leave, we'll know that we left it. You know, we could have done something. If we were hurt, or if it's really difficult. Then she stops, kind of like looking at Cabrong, realizing that like kind of making it worse where he has a thing he needs to do. It's like, I know, you have to go. The stakes are really high for you. Look, I will go along with whatever. I'm worried.
You are right.
Well, we still have a little time. Maybe we could find a way to guide it out earlier than a day.
Or maybe we could chase it away, like, or something. Maybe we make it want to leave. Could we scare it off? I know we can't even see it right now, but like, oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
Sam, did you mention in one of your readings that it was possible that an 8-Ink would just leave just because it wasn't worth dealing with?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Unless I can do a retroactive thing about 8-Inks leaving areas. Probably not.
You've learned everything you're going to be able to really learn about them, especially without any other reference material. I mean, you can kind of just use your own logic. You guys have learned a shitload about these things, right? You had to put in fail safes against it running away. They obviously have a strong enough survival instinct, you know. Yeah, you can get them to leave if you show that like staying is almost a death sentence, you know? Like they are still animals in that sense. And smart enough to risk assess to an extent. Very limited, not like high level, but depends on how you want to try to make that happen. Right? You have killed one of them.
Yeah.
That's a start.
Look, I think unless we do something about its den over there, it's probably going to hang out because it probably feels safe in there. So unless I swim up in there and start fucking with it, I don't think it's going to have any inclination to leave. I don't really feel like doing that.
We would not want to go into its den, but
No.
we could go on top of it.
Do you think there might be rocks that we could cover the top part with over there?
Cover the entrance? No. Even if we did, it would escape. I mean, we could destroy parts of it. From outside the water.
Yeah.
It would take time. Much of the earth there is, well, reinforced with bones. But there is magic that would be a solution. Something that assists in digging, moving earth, dissolving bone. I don't know. I do not have spellcraft.
Well,
My kind do. Except one.
are they incapable of doing magic?
Correct.
Oh, interesting.
Except one, he says.
Eli, do you have any spells or anything like that could be helpful here on that?
I can make illusions.
I can do magic tricks.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
You know,
really-
keep talking. Let me look at my third level spells that I don't have memorized yet.
Man, that was big.
Never heard it yet.
Oh,
was
it wasn't.
light. It was just
Yeah.
light.
Oh,
There's the
There's
thunder.
the roll.
Ooh.
yeah, there it is.
The smell of smoke.
So
Oh, we have to go back to get Rahala.
I mean,
yeah.
You don't have to go back tonight, though. Like,
No,
Right.
no, but I'm just
I'm
saying that,
No, I'm not.
like, why couldn't we just keep moving? Oh, right, Rahala. Rahala is the reason we can't just keep moving.
Yeah, she, was
Yeah,
not
she
gonna
wouldn't
come
take
back
too
here.
kindly to that, I don't think.
Right? I don't know. It's been like a
Well,
month
left
and
to
a
be
half. They
stranded.
haven't returned. Guess I need to go back home. They must be dead.
Yeah. I mean, I can do a spell that can make me dig real good, or somebody dig real good, like a mole, like a gopher.
That
Or
would
like
be
prairie
a
dog.
way.
Go for
Is there a
Digging
stream
would be a
loading for
way.
somebody?
Uh,
Or is it just me?
nope. Looks fine over here.
I'm gonna reload it.
Phone's being weird. There we go.
Yeah, it's fine for me too.
Okay, just make sure, because it was frozen on my screen.
Yeah, that might just be your internet.
It might just be my connection. Anyway.
Digging would work.
Yeah.
See that
I mean-
space over on the top of it.
Specifically, it said specifically through like sand, soil, gravel, even stone.
Which
But I'm not sure about bone, because normally things aren't digging through bone.
well, the bones you throw out of the way won't be foolish, but the bones are packed with earth.
True. All right. That's the spell burrow, by the way. As I'm also now like, okay, what else do I got? Do I got like destroy bone?
Make a hole in their roof while they're recovering. There's all sorts of things we could do. It would be too wet to start a fire on the inside, but dropping any number of things inside could prove inhospitable.
Mhm.
He wouldn't say inhospitable, but you get the gist. The gist.
Yep. Yeah.
Mhm.
You must pray for new gift. Then it sounds as if whatever plan we have would wait until morning.
Sorry, I got through the spells, and there's one that's called Tree Shape. You look exactly like a tree for 1 hour per level.
Uh-huh. I'm a tree. Yeah.
I'm a tree. Yeah, sorry. I got to that when I couldn't help but giggle at it, because I'm like, okay, yep. Huh?
Right?
I could also do water walk if I wanted to.
You have
does-
encountered tree shape.
Oh, yeah, I have, haven't I? Yeah.
You have encountered tree shape, yeah.
I have a question about water walking. That's not super important for the time. I don't remember in 5e specifically, but Pathfinder, if you're underwater and cast water walk, do you up to the top?
Yes. 60 feet per round,
Yes,
it says in
okay.
the spell.
Okay. Just making sure.
It's the last
Uh,
part of the spell.
Because I also played Oblivion recently, and I got water walking, and it doesn't do that.
Nope.
So I went, shit, I'm gonna drown! I had water walking, not water breathing.
Yep, wrong spell.
Yep. Okay.
What are you
Anyway.
doing, weirdo?
Yeah, so I can dig real good for so 1 minute per level. I can dig through 15 feet or 10 feet if it wears medium or heavy armor, or if it carries medium or heavy load, through sand, loose soil, gravel, or at speed at 5 feet through stone. Burrow requires only so much as concentration as walking, so the subject can attack or cast spells normally. The burrowing creature cannot charge or run. Loose material collapses behind the target 1 round after it leaves the area. This spell does not give the ability to breathe underground. So, in passing through loose material, the creature must hold its breath and take only short drips, or else it may suffocate. Mind you, I don't know how deep this like how thick this den material is.
And I can't tell you.
Yeah. So that is an option.
You have 7 minutes of that? It's not bad.
Yeah, because it's a minute per level. But it also is like, how long can I hold my breath? And the material collapses behind me once I leave, in theory. So,
well,
unless we're like,
in theory, you'd be using this to like excavate.
Yeah,
because otherwise, you're thinking like the plan is you just would dig and just drop into the den, which would be awful.
Yeah, would be yeah. Not be great.
Just be you and him in the water. Like, yeah. It'd be fun for me for like the 2 or 3 rounds it will last.
Yeah.
But cool.
I'm trying to also see like if there's any level 2 spells that I just have missed.
So, I'm assuming you do go back and continue to.
Yeah.
This was like a little break you guys took. So you got the hide, which is great. So other components, spent about 3 hours on that. Teeth, claws, tail, heart, blood.
I'm sure a lot of these could be used as magical reagents.
Like musk glands and whatnot.
This is the worst Captain Planet.
Bones and skull included. Just entrails and stuff, which you already kind of said you're just going to get rid of. So let's get that.
Unless I know of something that could be used for
eyes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, meat. So I just need to know which thing you're trying to go for. Next. What's the next thing you're going for?
Oh, probably claws, because that's like in my head. It's like, oh yeah, scales, claws, and then like,
yeah, I know you're not getting the blood either.
Yes, so. Sam's not a trophy hunter type person, so, but the tail would probably also be a thing people would like. A rich person would be like, yeah, this is an 8 tail, yeah, or whatever, like have that as a thing. I don't know what beaver tail, like I'm comparing this to beavers. I have no idea what people would use beaver tails for. Like I have no idea.
Remind me of potholders, but probably not that.
Yeah, they're mostly fat. People do still eat them, but they're mostly fat.
Don't like the idea of that, but that's just me. If it was a gator tail, I would understand what its use would be. Food. Whereas weird skinning it'd make a dope ass sheath for a sword. I'll tell you that.
I was gonna say the
gator tail.
This one especially, the 8 tail is like the skin on it and such would be probably very useful to make things like shields or hell, even things like instruments or whatever, drums, that kind of thing.
Because it's large and flat or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But of course, it can be made more supple and that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
But that makes the thing you spend
largest hot water skin.
Yeah. Right. But you didn't. That's not what you were researching. So I have notes and stuff. That's what I've been looking at. We're gonna go claws next. Okay.
Yeah, claws. Yeah.
Right, maybe another survival.
Still +7 because I got help.
Yep.
At what point does it stop being a goddamn another 3?
Right.
Nope. Well,
26. Keep it 26.
Flash flood warning.
Yep. I just got that too.
Tail.
Yep.
1:30 a.m.
It's just gonna go. Cool. So, keeping the 26.
Yeah. It's the same thing I rolled last time.
Okay.
So
Claws are a bit easier, so it doesn't take a full. Oh shit! I'm on the wrong thing. That's claws.
I would say that like skinning would be the longest thing besides like butchering. I would say.
Yeah.
In my
Yeah.
head,
The skinning
at
was the really long one. These take about half the time. Take about an hour and a half to get them like properly get the claws out of there, without destroying them. That's an hour and a half. That's 4, which takes you to you've now been doing heavy activity for more than 8 hours at that point.
Yeah.
So y'all are starting to flag a little bit.
Yeah.
But you do get the claws off and stuff. You get 26 hour and a half, and you get fuck, hold on. Yeah, 8 viable claws off of it. 8 of them.
I guess I should add that.
They
to my
are
stuff.
gnarly looking. Like getting like a close up look at them and like handling them and stuff. They're very hard. Part of it is like you know that like trying to like remove them and stuff. If you screw it up and whatnot, the inside of it is still there's a like a space inside of it. There's like not a hollow space where like nerves and other shit are. But so if you do actually like break it or breach or whatever, it could fucking explode. not like a fireball, but like just like break into a bunch of pieces. So you have to be very careful with them. But they are they're pretty nasty. It's not that they're even that sharp. Like they're not blade sharp. They're like pointed sharp.
You said they're like hollow on the inside though?
There's like a hollow space where like your like the cuticle type stuff would go into.
Would they be like, you know how like goat horns and stuff like that are, where it's like a weird like core inside of horns?
Yeah.
Okay. Because then I can know more easily like what they would be used for. Because in theory, you could use them as like a bow limb thing.
Oh, you're asking me? No, these are.
What would they more typically be used for?
What's the word? It's not keratin, is it?
Keratin?
Keratin is that protein that makes up fingernails and hair.
Oh, yeah,
That's what you're asking.
Yes, keratin.
Keratin. Yeah.
It's very, very thick, hard. It's all solid. It's not that weird like. How do you even describe the inside of a horn? Yeah, it's not that like weird flex stuff. Yeah, it's not like a horn. It's different.
Okay.
You could sit here and sharpen this into a weapon. It would take some work, but you could do it. You would probably want someone who knows how to craft weapons to do it, but you could. It would be pretty crude, but you could do it.
Now I say we make him into a crown, and we give Verbrong a 8-ink claw crown. That'd be sick.
Wow. So you get the claws off. You're now, now if you like keep working, you're gonna take penalties and possibly get fatigued, that kind of stuff. But it's up to you. Like, I know you kind of want to get a lot of stuff done.
Yeah. Are we camping here, or are we headed back?
Eli has been making camp.
All right. Well, I'm sure y'all are as well. I got kind of what we were going for off of this. Thinking the only other thing I'm really thinking about is maybe the skull and the tail.
We still need to basically throw the meat into the forest so that this egg doesn't get the pleasure of eating its fellow.
Yeah, but we can probably do that in the morning. And also,
you gonna move the meat up to where?
No, I'm gonna leave it there because we're still doing watches. And if it's dumb enough to come out here, we can shoot at it from up there. No, at least I can. Most of us can.
Yeah.
As long as I can see it, I can shoot at it. That's the problem though when it's dark.
We're gonna take these animals up there. Though we're not gonna leave them down here. And somebody needs to shore up. I just kind of stuck some stuff in there to make them not jump out. I think they're pretty chill now. Drugs should be wearing off soon, though. Yeah, how do y'all feel about maybe tomorrow I go digging around that den and try and unsturdy it?
I mean, I know Vibrong really wanted to get on the road, and I also know that that sounds like a great way to end up inside an 8 mouth again. But you know, if you think it's the play, I'll back you on that.
Like, we're still pretty fresh, I want to say, and it's hurt. It gets a night of sleep. Didn't eat none unless it comes out and eats some of this. Or if it has some food in there, possibly. It might have some food in there.
That's true.
But still, it's probably not healing too much. Or not healing. It's not, recuperating any much. Yeah, I know. Healing sounds too meta-ish. Like...
At the very least, there hasn't been any other predators or animals coming around here. So if it does have anything in there, it won't be as nearly as delightful as, this.
Made me wish I had some poison. I could just taint it.
If we're going to leave it, we need to make sure it is drained. If there's more we wish to gather from it.
Is it drained? Sorry,
Yes. Ah, shit.
Okay, I was like, I saw Dave move, but you were super locked in.
The meat
drained.
is what. Sorry. He's referring to leaving the meat.
Draining the blood out of it because it'll rot fast.
Yeah. Or are we wanting to take the meat? I thought we decided against that.
Just throwing it into the woods,
Yeah.
basically, so that other animals can eat it, not the other 8
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and it doesn't just go to waste. That's what Verbrong was suggesting. Hattie will chime in and say, right, if we don't want it to spoil. Is there anything else that we wanted to get that will spoil quickly? Sam, you can make me a knowledge nature.
Yeah. Oh, the how they use raccoon penis bones in moonshining? I want to use you said nature?
Yes.
I was doing that while I was clicking over to the thing. 8 penile bones. No, and I'm sure somebody tells me
21.
no.
Right?
Sam, why are you talking to your girlfriend this way?
I don't think they'll know about its weird penis.
We're talking to anybody this way. I don't need to know about it.
That would be like if it's about the magical beast, +4. Unless it's more generic than that.
So if you wanted to harvest any of the prized parts of it, like the heart or the liver, you need to get on that. But if you don't care about those just going into the woods, then just make sure you get all the entrails and shit out of it. As far as things that you might want, the things that are going to go the quickest are, if you want the eyes, those are going to go. They're going to spoil very fast.
One of the eyes exploded.
That is true. If you want the remaining eye, you'll need to get on that quickly because those are spoiled very fast. And then the other thing would be the tail. You think the tail is actually already starting to get a little bit off? It's probably got musk glands or whatever near the tail, much like beavers have too.
Yeah.
Which if you don't want to collect those, that's fine. But the tail, you need to at least separate it from the rest and do something to keep it from rotting.
I mean,
or you let it go and it'll just rot.
Yeah. Well, I could see the use of having the tail, or there's prize things like the liver and the heart. I'm not. Those things could be traded, I guess. Did I know what they were used for, or are they just like
It's not what you
prized?
research.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah. You
Um,
researched hunting methods, not like
yeah.
results and stuff that get
I know it
used
says
for.
that it said that people those are the prize things. They never told me what it was for, so I don't know if there's like some weird liver concoction they make out of it. Um,
They're prized like just like in general. Think like hunting cultures, right?
yeah, but
Um,
also are like rhino horns, and rhino horns don't fucking do anything. Uh,
yeah. Some people think they are medicinal, but they're not.
yeah, no. Whereas like actual like certain horns and things like that they use in craft and art and craft. Another good comparison would be elephant tusk, but that's real fucked.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
Yeah, ivory trade's bad. Um,
But yeah, unfortunately, you won't really know what these things are for until you take
Yeah.
Like maybe people in the village probably know, but
Yeah. Like if we're good with trying to fight that other one, we have a whole new set of tail and whatever we want off of it if we kill it. And again, a lot of this might just be we may not even fight it. I might start drilling into that, den, and it might just skedaddle or whatever. We don't know.
right. Are we going
But
to
yeah,
try to get it to leave, or do you think we should try to figure out the way to trap it and fight it again, or the first time?
okay. Ideally, I'd like to just kill the git and be done with it. Running it off means it's going to be somebody else's problem, which isn't great either. Uh,
Maybe they're at least better equipped to deal with it.
yeah, I just want to see this village have some more stability in its future. Because another 8 egg might move in here. You never know.
If you think of it that way, Sam, it's inevitable that something will move in and terrorize this village.
Well, if we get rid of the apex predator, what next is going to come in? Because now the prey animals are going to have no threat; they're going to flourish. But but that's nature.
Yeah. Well, and just to give you like Sam, you know that like with 8 eggs, part of the reason they're an issue is they don't behave like most apex predators, just because they'll hunt for sport and that kind of shit too. So they kill much more than they need. So that's why they end up being more of an issue than like a typical apex predator is just because nothing hunts it, but it's still just gonna go eat and then fuck off. It kind of controls the population. These will like destroy an ecosystem if they're there long enough.
So
And then move on to another, right?
yeah, I would like for us to try and kill this one. If we drive it off, good. Rather, we just be done with it. Mind you, a lot of this setup might be the same. We know went in somewhere over. I'm just going to gesturing. Assume I'm gesturing at the den. It came, opening is probably over there somewhere. We throw up another maze or do another entangle of some kind. Maybe throw a net over there. Get it trapped up. Even better if it's underwater, because they cannot breathe underwater. And again, hit it from range. It's just going to be a little bit different setup because we're not going to have this elevation type stuff we had over here and not be set up as proper. The worst thing is it knows we're going to be out here. There's not going to be a surprise. It knows what's going to happen. So
You can continue. Eli, roll me an engineering check.
Knowledge engineering or dungeoneering? Sorry. I didn't hear what you said.
Do you have both?
No, I only have dungeoneering.
Then dungeoneering, higher DC.
Okay. I didn't roll very well.
Yeah, you want to keep the 11?
I'm just gonna keep it. Yeah.
You got 2 rerolls between the two of you.
I also
Yeah,
have
that's true.
engineering, but
He can take my
You're
reroll.
focused on
That's
something
fine.
else.
okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm trying to save my reroll for not dying. I will be perfectly honest with you. That is the thing my reroll is for.
So Lamia, are you pushing your reroll over there or letting him choose?
He doesn't get to choose if I tell him he takes my reroll.
That's why I'm saying, do you force the reroll or are you letting him say no?
Yeah, I'm forcing the reroll.
Cool. Go ahead and reroll, Dave. You still have yours.
Okie doke. Let's
Be an 8.
do it again. That was
Oh,
worse.
it was worse. Oh well.
Much worse.
Oh well. It is take the better, so it's still 11. Okay. Which one's? Nope. That's the one that's still there. There we go. It's still 11. Okay. So all I can give you with that is these dens are probably, I mean, they're built underwater. They're built to withstand a lot of pressure because they're always, partially underwater, and then they have that little bit that's kind of up over the water. They're very sturdy, but like if you can breach them in the wrong spot, that might be pretty bad for them. For their structural integrity. Much like what can happen to a cavern or cave if the wrong material gets removed. With 11, I can't be more explicit than that.
Well, okay. I'll share that info.
Wish there was a easy way to figure out what spot that would be.
I mean, the only thing I know about is like, like we put a roof on a bar, and the guys that were doing it, they were really big on like the truss thing. But besides that, I don't know. This is different. This is all compacted earth.
I don't know what that shaking of your head meant, but
I rolled a fucking 20 for Verbrong, but I couldn't roll over a 2 earlier. Verbrong also has dungeoneering, so Eli, you chime in with that. Dungeoneering is more his specialty than nature. And he says,
Oh, you're right. We might be able to collapse its den. It likely has quite a bit of material to fall in on the creature. It can't breathe underwater, and it certainly can't breathe surrounded in earth. That may be the best way to deal with it.
it's dark, but it would fix our problem of having to wait. And
We still have plenty of daylight, and I can see in the dark.
no, I mean, it's dark in that we were, refusing to eat the other one, but now we're basically going to suffocate this one.
I see a large distinction between those two things.
Yeah,
An
killing
incredibly
and,
large distinction.
Yeah, killing and consuming are different.
Right. I'm
culling,
fine with
I guess.
murder, but cannibalism is where I draw the line.
You're fine with murder. I do like.
I can excuse the racism.
Yes,
but
thank you.
You can excuse the racism and just the look of, no,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It would be no different than I were to strangle the thing.
I mean, except that
It
Oh,
ha-
yeah.
would
It'd be
have
a
the
lot
chance
harder to strangle because you'd have to like. It's got a really big windpipe. I mean,
I
you're
bet you could
big.
do it.
Don't get me wrong, but
I tell you, we give you like a chain or something, and
Difficulty
you like.
aside,
But regardless, we're wrong. I'm 100% fine with this if we can figure out where to just knock those rocks in there and bury it alive.
yes,
Um,
waste your sympathy on these creatures. The chance to inspect it, at least from the roof. But perhaps we could find the correct space.
I'm not going to be able to dig until tomorrow, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I could dig without it, but like, I'm talking about magical dig.
Right, of course. We will concern ourselves tomorrow then.
tomorrow it is then.
Yeah. I guess
But-
we could drain this blood if we want to. I mean,
Yeah, so you're gonna try to work to get this thing preserved, like not preserved, but so that it doesn't rot as much by tomorrow. Are you gonna do that work? And then are you
Yeah.
gonna try to get to deal with the tail so that it doesn't rot, or the eye, or
really.
both? Okay.
yeah, because we've already pushed a little bit, and my checks are just going to get worse, probably.
So you're gonna try to wrap up by like
just
preserving
bleed
it a bit, just bleed it out and get the entrails and shit out. Okay.
Survival.
Because it didn't get like actually field dressed. You just got the hide off of it and the claws.
Yeah.
So yep, it's another survival. It is going to be more work, but yeah. Unfortunately, now I do need a Constitution check from you first. Endurance does apply. I believe you have the endurance feat.
He does.
Yes. I gotta remember what it does, though.
Plus
Gives
4.
you a +4.
+4, yeah, okay. From exhaustion, yeah. Yeah, I hadn't rolled it in a cool minute. Or rolled with it, I guess. 18.
18. Nice. Okay, that is a success. Verbrong also has it. Yes. I don't think Hattie has it. Yeah, she's only 2 levels. Pretty sure she doesn't have it. Nope, she doesn't have it. Okay. So let's straight con. Yeah, Hattie's
Oh,
fatigued.
she's
Okay.
she's fatigued.
Hattie is fatigued. 5 points of non-lethal. Hattie's pretty tired, but she's still gonna help. And I will go ahead and roll her survival, though. No, I won't. It's high enough she could aid. Cool.
Even with the -2.
It's not a -2 to that check. It's wisdom.
No, fatigue.
Not physical. It's wisdom. Survival's
okay.
wisdom.
Okay.
It's you're thinking it's thickened. That applies to everything.
Ah,
So
okay.
7 still.
Yep.
Wait.
Very high. Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, you get
I
this
rolled
thing-
a 5.
You got a big bonus right now.
Yeah.
And then I need one more con check after that. But you do accomplish this task. You get all the guts out and everything. You know, having Bronco and huck them off into the woods. You have to like chop some of them up and whatnot because they're big guts. They're big guts.
Big guts.
You said you
have to
needed a
rip and
con
tear
from
until
me?
it is done. Yes.
Okay.
And then
Love the
So-
Doom reference.
thank you. Throw in chunks of like intestine and like kidneys and also just gross entrail shit all over the place. When you get this thing's stomach out, you do find what appears to be basically a whole ass fawn is in this thing's stomach.
Wow.
It's like it's partial. You know, you're not gonna eat it. It is partially digested, but like it was definitely eaten whole. Plus a lot of other just gunk and whatnot. And I imagine there's like like a few words of like, "Hey, sorry, you went like that, little one," that kind of thing, and then you huck it out there into the woods for because
That's not
something's
a
gonna eat it.
dinosaur.
Something's gonna eat it.
Something is gonna eat it.
Will it be the carrion
So-
birds or what? You know, like
Yeah, something will eat it.
bugs.
And guts and stuff. Since you're not going to take the heart, I think if our wrong would. You
want
see
any
him
of that?
he kind of gives it the like, but he
I mean, that's like
he
more
goes-
on
he
you.
goes
Maybe
with
that's
your
what they do with it.
sensibilities. No, he leans into your sensibilities and doesn't do so. So he'll throw that out in there and whatnot. But you get it all way cleaned out. Obviously, you get the eyes taken out since you're not carefully. 'Cause you don't want to spend the time on it. You just kind of rip them out and fucking toss them out into the woods. Or the eye, yes. And then like the gunk in the socket of the other eye.
So
Just look at
Sherhawk
all
doesn't
rot.
immediately try and go for the eye.
No, he probably does.
Throw. Don't hear a splat from when it like lands.
Right? Oh, yep, there it is.
Yeah, it's in a tree.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
God,
you get the
I don't
same-
look at it.
fully cleaned out. Varbrong, after all of that work and whatnot, and he's like, you know, kind of tired and shit, he does take a cut of the meat off of it that doesn't get tossed. And he kind of gives everyone the look of just like, is this okay? Sort of thing, that he's gonna take some.
Lamia just shrugs.
Yeah, Hattie kind of just gives it a shrug. I don't know if anybody even do any of you even like kind of look a little bit like or do you just disregard it?
I just look the other way, man.
To Lamia, it's a cultural thing.
He threw me like 20 feet when we first met. I don't give a shit what he does.
Look,
For me, evil. For you, man, I respect it. You definitely, you just
look. I like Verbone, so like I'm not gonna give him shit about it. Like,
yeah. It's not the most evil thing you've ever heard, right? It's just it's one of those where it's like I don't know. if
he
that's
used to be a
okay.
bandit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like
he
it's-
did.
he's
It's on that
probably
line
done
of like
more evil things. All right.
you
And
know how
we ex-
octopi are into octopuses are
Yeah.
intelligent. I am saying that on purpose. Octopi's dumb.
Yeah.
The octopus.
Like they're smart, but it's like, dude, I have had takoyaki since I learned that they're smart. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I haven't either. So
Oh, I have.
no, yeah,
I have,
okay.
I felt
Absolutely.
bad about it.
Yeah.
I did feel bad.
I love that. I felt
Well,
bad, but I did.
Issue is, I think
You know what
I
I mean?
consecutively had bad takoyaki, so
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
like
I'm
stuff
sorry,
that doesn't
bro.
doesn't taste super good anyway. So I'm like, if I don't like actually like it, might as well not eat
But
it.
it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's much easier.
I like
But I've
squid.
also had like calamari. So yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Calabar.
They're not as smart though.
Yeah.
They're still smart. But they're not as-
Emerging research. We aren't sure yet,
Yeah,
so I'm
that's
still
true.
I'm banking
I'm not
on
gonna go
that.
try and
I'm
eat a
hoping they're
cuttlefish.
dumb.
First
Because I
off, we
think
talked about
cuttlefish
this
are smart.
earlier that the ocean is a scary, dangerous place full of weird shit. So who knows?
And giant monsters.
When we
not
run
gonna
into
eat
the
dolphin.
cephalopod, society that we didn't know existed down
Oh, I
there,
eat
and
dolphin.
people get judged for their crimes.
Dolphins are jerks. I might eat the hell out of a dolphin.
Right?
That just reminds me of that
Takoyaki
Futurama
is very
episode.
good, but you have to eat it when it's too hot to eat. Is the only problem I really
Yeah,
have with it.
yeah,
So-
I agree.
But
Maybe
That
that'd be my
is the
issue.
biggest problem with it.
so you guys,
I just
get-
like the wood shavings they put on it.
Did you say wood shavings?
That is
yeah,
what he said.
Just ignore him. Ignore him. Okay, hold on, let me just.
Is it not
but
what
yeah,
it looks
it's
like?
To Lamia, it's a cultural thing, and she's explained
Yeah.
her perspective, and that's
Yeah.
all.
That's fair. Okay,
The hell is it
So,
that they put on there?
so it's oh my fucking
look it
god!
up
Now
and
I
I'll
can't
share
think
it.
of the word. It's the dried fish bonito. It's bonito flakes,
Bonito. Yeah.
which is a fish that is awful if you just eat it.
Yeah.
According to literally everyone. Anyway, so the which is a type of tuna. So anyway, you guys get all that stuff cleaned out. He takes big ass like strap of 8 meat, and you guys have your spend your camp there. So go ahead and expend rations. You just don't need to spend any rations for Verbrung.
Nice.
Does anyone else try the 8 meat? Or do you succumb to the judgment of your comrades and say no?
Yeah, I'll succumb to the judgment of my comrades. It's fine.
Lami is
I'll
her
say
own
no.
judgment, so yeah, she's not doing it.
1, 2, 3. 4.
I say nay.
So just 4 rations, right?
You can skip on Lamia.
Oh yeah, you don't. Okay, so 3
Yeah.
rations then, because
Correct, yeah.
myself. Yeah, okay. And those were the yak rations that we had dried. So yeah,
Yeah, because you gotta get rid of those.
we're gonna go with the like stuff we've created first. You know, I feel like the
Yeah.
store bought rations last long.
They do. They last significantly longer because they're meant for that. The are you gonna try any 8 meat?
No.
Yeah, Hattie's giving you the side eye on it anyway. So, there's like that moment where like you're doing something else, you're like, damn, something smells good. You like look over and see that it's Verbrung cooking the fucking 8 meat. And Hattie's kind of looking at you, like, I'm not gonna eat any. You know, I'm just saying it smells okay. I don't know what kind of rub he put on it.
Look, I watched The Witcher, the Netflix series, and there's a
Uh-huh.
dude that kills a somewhat sentient creature, and is like, "Oh yes, I'm going. A knight will kill what he eats," and he eats it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's kind of gamey." He shits himself to death.
Yeah, that's why you don't
Yeah.
eat any. Yeah, you don't want to be the first person to
Yeah.
eat a thing, especially a
Yeah.
full portion. There's a whole process to finding that shit. Anyway,
Yeah, because he doesn't like for example, like pork, you're supposed to like drain the blood, and like there's a whole
Yeah.
bunch of like preparations pork you're supposed to do. You just don't go and like cut something off and be like, I'm gonna put it on the fire a
cook
little
it
bit
and
and
eat
eat
it.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
like a bear
You
will
don't know.
fucking kill you. Like if you eat
yeah,
it
yeah,
improperly
you gotta
cooked. Like,
you gotta
there's so
do
many-
bear. Right, yeah,
Anyway, but yeah, so
yeah. Anyway,
he's cooking that. So the other thing to consider, Avarok are also immune to like poison and disease. Their diet is way more expanded. Like they didn't have to go through that whole.
yeah, that's true.
Okay, let's find out what's safe to eat. It's just like it's dead. Like you know, they're fine. But anyway, so he cooks it. He lets you know that it's very gamey. It's very gamey. It's very the texture's a little. It's got a lot of snap to it. Like you can kind of hear it when he bites into it. And Verbrung seems to be enjoying it, whereas like the way he's describing it, like Hattie's over there, just like that doesn't sound good. But Verbrung seems to be enjoying it. Anyway, through the night, roll me perception checks, everyone.
Oh, are you not doing the
Nah, we'll just do straight perceptions for this.
Okay.
Perception.
This is actually before you hit watches.
Yeah,
Damn. Okay. So Lamia, it's you.
rolled a 2.
Yeah.
It's probably
Is it 3 in the morning?
no. This is before you guys hit watches. It is when it's like getting a little dark. You guys set up camp and whatnot, but it's not even dark by the time you're all tired because just when you put the work in. But it's starting to get there. So we'll say Lamia, you're probably up, maybe a little bit restless. You're walking around, you kind of go and like check back in that little area. You don't walk too far from the camp. But just to go where you can kind of see the water and whatnot. You don't really see anything. It's start to get dark. You head back and you like turn back and like make one more look back. Just be like, wait, it did look the same, right? Like nothing had changed. And you do see there is something kind of poking out of the water over there. You need to get a little bit closer, like kind of like crouch down a bit, just to make yourself a bit smaller. You're looking out there. Yeah, you see that other 8 It hasn't fully come up onto the shore or whatever, but you can like see the top of its head. It's like poked up, and it seems to be like scanning the area where the rest of that carcass is. Because there's still all that fucking meat on it. Just didn't have time to sit there and tear all of it off. So it does seem to sit there and scan the area for a little bit. Then it starts to like shrug its way up towards the corpse. I don't know if you have any kind of reaction you want to take. It's quite far from you. We'll say you're like about 100 or so feet. So you're like still at the top of all those rises, like looking way like down at it.
How close am I to the party?
You're probably also still within about 100 feet because it's raining, so you don't want to get too far. So you're camped like 200 feet or so from the actual water because visibility's poor, so you have to shorten some of those safe distances.
It would probably try and eat it real fast, and it's got a big jaw. Sorry, this one's really hard because I know logically I should go back and say, "Hey guys, it's coming out. Let's go get it."
Well, this
But
is
by
before
then-
watch, right?
Yeah, so you guys are awake. You just she's the one who made the check and noticed it. So
Yeah.
she's like walked off and is like, you can kind of just see her in the distance, barely see her like looking out over there, what she's been doing. So if you're trying not to alert it, then yeah, you would need to run back or something. If you're just trying to get people's attention, you could whistle, you could shout. Like 100 feet's not too far to hear a yell.
Okay.
Not even close.
Then she'll whistle real loud and basically try and make her way.
So you like loud whistle, then you start like running your way over there, or you like yell up the 8 or what do you do? You guys hear the whistle, but I don't know like how you're approaching it. Do you try to like rush, or are you?
I try to rush
Back to camp or to the 8
to the 8
Okay, so give me an athletics. I'm assuming you're climbing down and not jumping. Maybe I shouldn't have
Yeah,
said.
I'm not jumping. I'm not
Okay.
jumping.
Okay.
Nah, do that, Monster
Yeah,
Hunter. Yeah.
This is like for speed because you're trying to rush. You're not being careful.
Or better.
Make it out that first one. Do you guys? Who starts? You all just start running when she whistles,
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah.
and it clearly runs off. Okay, so you guys will start running that direction. We'll be kind of brief here. So obviously, Salami, you jump down there, like grab part of the rope, you kind of slide down, almost lose your balance for a second, run to the edge of the other one before you're about to like hop down the rope, but you look over and you can see the 8 he's got like a hold of the like part of the corpse in its mouth and is like trying to like drag it, clearly sees you, and you can kind of hear the like, it's not even like a click, it's almost like a muffle, like it's trying to roar, like intimidate you or whatever. Shakes its head a couple of times, like rips off for it a very small piece, and then very quickly whips around and dives back into the water, and it runs away. It did. When I say ripped off a small piece, like it is not enough to sustain it at all.
Okay. Okay.
It's like if you had a bite of cereal. You know what I mean? It's like, did you eat today? No. The answer is no. Like it was clearly trying to drag the whole body down where it can like lug it around and stuff, but like you scared it off. So yeah, that's that was the night event. There you go. It was definitely gonna. I'll tell you this: if nobody had made the check and nobody came over, since it's like there wouldn't have been a whistle or anything, it would have just sat there and ate. But since there's a loud whistle, it's like shit. I gotta get this fucking thing in here, and then it sees you obviously run up. It's like fuck this, man. There's gonna be where there's one person, there's like 80. Let me just try to throw it, and it rips off a piece. And it's like fuck it. This is what I got. I'm already hurt. I'm going home. So I went home. That is the only event that happens that night. So you guys get a full rest. You may recover HP, spells, all that other good stuff.
HP.
And then yeah, we will pick up next session in the morning. So
yeah, we're over.
You want prepared. Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
surprising. It was. I would love to keep going, but I know we gotta bounce.
Well,
yeah,
it
I
was
also,
a tie, so nobody got any
another-
points.
Yeah, I found another spell that would be useful called Air Bubble, which lets me breathe in non-breathable areas.
Makes the air bubble.
Yeah, which would
Do what it's like.
go with Burrow pretty well.
We have the
Yes. Necklace of adaptation.
yes,
But that won't help you breathe in Earth, you know. It'll help you breathe underwater, but like
Yeah, it's technically it's because I'm digging through dirt. Yeah, like imagine swimming through mud. Help. You know, yeah.
So I can kind of tell you essentially. There's a couple of ways we can do this. If you're just going to do something really straightforward, then we'll just handle it straightforward.
I don't think we need to plan like we planned for this other one.
Yeah, if you're going to try to do something like try to get this thing to collapse on the creature and shit, we can handle it kind of like a skill challenge. And something like air bubble would help because even while you're digging and whatnot, like burrowing, it would help to not have to hold your breath while you do so.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Because I'm still. Have you ever tried to run while holding your breath? Like you start to you get gassed real quick.
It's bad. So, yeah, that's our session. We'll go
Thanks for
to
joining.
the exit screen.
Exit screen.
There we are. All right, Hyperphase, it's your turn. You can do the thing.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, open mouth, kiss me. What? No,
that is not weird. Answer.
Guys, they're nowhere near each other to do that.
Well, we have already
closer than you think.
Yeah, we're not that far. My
closer than you think is the last thing.
With Panda coming over here unannounced randomly.
Hey, baby, I'm here for a smooch.
Yeah. Anyways.
No, you though. Where's he at?
Gosh, now what was I saying? Oh yeah, hey, we have a Patreon. It's patreon.com/unnatural_1s. There's more nonsense, not this kind of nonsense, but this particular brand of nonsense. And then we've also got our YouTube replays every Monday. They come out, so you can watch every single session of this on YouTube, as well as a cool one-shot we did, some background story videos, and some Hayethe world explanation stuff. And then if you're on the YouTube, do all the things that you're supposed to do on YouTube, like liking and subscribing and stuff. And then you can watch us live on twitch.tv/unnatural_1s on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can do the math on the time zones. I'm not doing that, sorry. And then, those are the things that we have. We also have other social media platforms. You can reach out to us if you want to chat, whatever. We have a Discord, which there's a link either in the description or you can use the command, and then you can get more nonsense on the Discord. There's also links to the Patreon and everything else. So, yep. Do those things. And then, Keegan's on Lost Initiative, so.
Yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, which I think we're starting a little bit late because it's Scott's fault. He's doing something. But, yeah, I'll be over there playing Mikhail. We're, the last time we played, we encountered a door. So,
everyone's
probably
best
gonna
enemy.
be, it's gonna be the whole session. If you want to see how PCs get through a door,
it's gonna take you guys forever.
Prepare yourself. Anyway, but that's that. Check us out next week as well over here for more Into the Storm, where we'll see how this other 8-ank situation works out. No, Mikhail is not evil, alright? He hasn't done anything evil except murder people. And to be fair, they tried to kill him first.
Fair.
I mean, look, just because they were asleep when he killed them back, whatever. They were going to wake up soon. That would have been an issue.
Tomato.
Listen, I'm not here. I don't have to take all this judgment from y'all. Like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Especially not from you, Denotso. Especially not from you. Sir. You're lucky I can't find the tab that I need to use to raid someone. Or I would have already been gone out of here. Here it is. Alright, who are we raiding? Let's see. We got
Where we dropping boys?
Wait, what was that? You said what?
So where we dropping boys? No.
Did I see something that said Power Rangers? Oh no, I didn't.
Oh.
I saw Prowlers and Paragons, powers in training. And I was like, at a glance, I was like, did I say Power Rangers? That's where we're going. But,
Hell yeah.
But it wasn't.
I'd be down.
It was something else. The final finale, D&D Rotten Paths by Johnny Boy Hams. I don't know.
So on
We have
TikTok-
rated Red the Kobold once. They're playing something. What about TikTok? What does TikTok have to do with anything?
Moving to what now?
Let's read the Kobold.
Your stuff. Oh, it is lagging. Yep.
Oh.
My
don't worry,
connection's
it's just
unstable.
Panda.
Yep.
It's just Panda.
I was talking, but it was not important.
All right, bye.